Broom set to kick it away. Again, Rodemaker, Clausen, and Druckenmiller deep for the Dragons. Steve Wilt, Todd Zuni. Mike Williams within. Here's the kick. Broom kicks it away. Nice deep one. Clausen will take it at his 4-yard line. Brings it up the near side. He sees nothing but a sea of white at the 16 as Nigel Woodard knocks him down along with Devon Brooks.
The same start we had last week against O'Fallon. Those Tigers came through on special teams, had a great ball game there, and it was the same host starting tonight.
Well, you know, as the defense picked up last week, so have the special
Oh, you better
teams.
believe it.
And I'll tell you what, they just made a brilliant play to start the game.
It's a phase of the game we neglected to talk about, but
right.
the Tigers special teams, they can block punts, they can get after it.
So Pekin takes over 1st and 10 at their 17-yard line. DuPage, the quarterback, in the shotgun, 4 receivers. And as Todd mentioned in our pregame show, DuPage is about 8 yards deep. He gets the throw. Steps up in the pocket, looking, he'll take off and run. He's at the 20, 25, and slides down there. Gain of about 9 as Robs makes the stop.
As the Tigers see this and see the offense of this Pekin team, they're going to have to make some adjustments. They're going to have to contain, not all the time, get pushed to the outside like they did there. The defensive ends I'm talking about.
Well, DuPage was forced to run that time, which he hasn't done too much this year. That's a good sign. We flushed him out of the pocket.
2nd and 1. Ball just past the 25-yard line. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left.
Press coverage.
Now comes Clausen. Rolling right is DuPage. Throws it on the run. Got his man Clausen complete. Just past the first down mark at the 28, so first down Pekin.
And we are seeing Chris Davis play in the secondary as we start this one tonight. A player that is there to guard against the pass. Tigers showed press coverage, backed off of it there.
Yeah. And Davis is very quick.
So 1st and 10. Dragons, they've had the ball twice, a run and a pass for 11 yards. This time Gregory in the backfield. Rodemaker is near side in the slot is Clausen. Snell in the slot with Druckenmiller. Blitz on. DuPage steps away, rolls out right. He's going to get hit. He throws it down deep and throws it away incomplete.
That's the thing. The Tigers have to be controlled on their rush. They can't get going so far that they can be shooken off. You have to be controlled and just attack the middle of the chest.
Joe Broom there, Mike got in there and caused some pressure.
And Chris Link did too, and they forced DuPage out of the pocket once again, and he had to throw it away. So the Tigers' rush looks pretty good so far.
2nd and 10 for the Dragons at the 28-yard line. 10:39 to go here. First quarter, we're just started underway. No score. 3 receivers near side. Rodemaker, Clausen, and now Gregory. 2 receivers to the right. DuPage rolls it to the left. Wants to throw. Steps up. Got a man complete. Clausen at the 39. And Broom on the coverage. Makes the stop. And another first down for Pekin.
Well, that's what Pekin does real well there. They pass block real good that time. DuPage rolled with the blockers and really made a nice, hard, crisp pass for a completion.
They roll them out, set up the blocks the way they want to give him a little bit of cushion. They go with the short route to start the game, to give him some momentum, and then they will throw the football downfield after you come up and try to stop the short receiver.
1st and 10 at the 40. DuPage, screen pass. Rodemaker comes across near side. He is stopped behind the line.
The ball. Loose at the line. The Tigers have recovered.
But now they're going to say he's down, I believe.
That's a bad call right away from the start. No doubt about. Should have been a Tiger fumble there.
Should have been a
with the break.
Well, we
terrible call.
We've seen this 2 years ago up there. Now we're seeing it again.
The officiating looked bad 2 years ago. Flat out awful. Tonight we get the first bad call already.
Van Beek made the tackle and looked like the ball popped loose before his knee went down.
Sure it did.
Instead, it'll be a loss of a yard and be 2nd and 11 for the Dragons.
But you saw how quick the Tigers are compared to Pekin. A lot more speed.
2nd and a long 11 from the 39. Again, 5 receivers. DuPage rolls it near side, wants to step up and throw. He does, and it's caught by Clausen at the near sideline at the 47.
Well, they're sticking to the sideline patterns now. That's what's working for them.
And they're getting a fair amount of cushion over there. Brings up their first third down play of the game, 3rd and 3 from the 47-yard line. Truckenmiller and Snell to the right. Clausen in motion. DuPage rolling. Gonna throw it. Got a man complete. It's Clausen into Tiger territory. He's at the 43-yard line. He's rushed out of bounds there by Davis and Griswold.
I noticed a couple of blocks that time. They were cut out from under.
Yeah, they were cut. The chop blocks by the knees.
Chop blocks at the knees. Is that legal? Looks like it is in Pekin.
I've seen it happen before, that they allow some of the chop blocks.
So first down, Pekin as they convert on 3rd and 3. And right now, the Tigers having a little bit of trouble with the short passing game. 8:50 to go.
Situation, they may snap it to the running back.
DuPage, the screen pass, overthrown, almost could have been intercepted there if Robs was trying to knock out the blocker. Ball sailed over his head. It'll be 2nd down.
Great adjustment by the Tigers, wasn't it, Mike?
Very good. They read the screen very quickly, pulled back on the rush, and that was a dangerous toss there by DuPage. It could have easily been intercepted.
So 2nd down and 10. So far in their 8 plays, 7 have been in the air. Pretty much what we expected from this Dragon offense.
Pekin 5 of 7 through the air tonight. Not attempted a run.
Page gets it on 2nd down, rolls it near side. Throws it long for Rodemaker's got the catch. And boy, you saw the fine arm of Jim DuPage on that throw. As Davis had to push him out, but not after another Dragon first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there's no doubt this DuPage can flat out throw the ball.
He can throw the football. No, this short, simple route, but that's a tough throw. Hoover on coverage for the Tigers, just a step or two late.
I tell you, rolling left, throwing into the wind, that's a real tough throw, and he threw it on the line. 16-yard gain. Dragons with an 8:39 to go. Here at the Edwardsville 27. Page steps up, throws it, complete Rodemaker in the middle. Tries to get 4 yardage, but Broom drags him down. Let's see if they get him progress. Probably around the 18-yard line, close to another first down.
Tigers are subbing quite a bit on the line, trying to get some pressure. They may have to bring a few more people. Right now, they're bringing 4 or 5 at times, and the short passing game's starting to work. They're really Pekin trying to suck the Tigers in, and then going to try to cut it upfield at times to get an easy touchdown score.
2nd and 2 now for the Dragons at the Edwardsville 19. And receivers split either way. Rodemaker and Clausen are to your left. Page rolling right. Got plenty of time. Throws it. Got a man open. Complete. That's Snell at about the 10-yard line in another first down.
Well, the Tigers need to be more aggressive with their wide receivers.
They need to press coverage. Press them.
They sure do. They're playing too far off of them.
I think we're more physical team than what Pekin is. Push them off the line of scrimmage. And again, I mean, the one big play so far with a non-fumble call, it would have been a great Tigers start. Unfortunately, Pekin's doing exactly what they wanted, marching it down the field.
1st and goal at the 10. 12th play of this drive. Rolling left is DuPage. He's got a lane. He's going to step up, throw it, complete touchdown. It's John Clausen in the end zone, and the Dragons draw first blood, 6-0.
Well, I'll tell you, that's DuPage. He's really
He's a good quarterback. Too easy. We've made it too easy for them. The Tigers need to sustain a drive, and then they have to put some press coverage on. Make them throw it downfield.
In the kick now for Pekin is number 9, Travis Schock. DuPage to hold. Here's the set. Kick is up, and it's good. 7:21 to go first quarter. Pekin 7, Tigers nothing. You're watching Tiger football here on ECTV, Channel 10. Back here at Pekin, 7:21 to go. The Dragons have struck first as they've marched it down the field on an 83-yard drive to make it 7-0.
Well, they unleashed their passing game. It was effective on that drive for Pekin. Ended up being 83-yard drive on 12 plays and that touchdown pass of 10 yards to Clausen. But now we'll see how effective they are against this Tigers' speed. And we'll see how much speed the Tigers really have versus Beacon.
This should be a short kickoff here with the wind.
Travis Schuck to kick it away, back deep. Woodard and Davis for the Tigers. They split kick. Parrott takes it at the 20. Comes across 25, pulls his weight about the 29. So a 9-yard return for Blake Parrott.
Pretty good field for the Tigers.
And the Tigers will take over first and 10.
That's the situation I'd like to see Blake Parrott just pitch it back to Woodard. Pitch it back to him, let him use his speed.
So Jim McLaughlin, the quarterback of this Edwardsville offense, comes out on the field. Front line, Kistner, Keller, Lowry, Duvall, and Simpson. Your side ends Reggie Anthony. Blake Parrott comes out to the near side. Anthony's in the slot, out of the eye. Jordan Brewer. And now Devon Brooks comes in motion to the near side. Brewer and Woodard are your backs behind McLaughlin. Woodard gets the call on first down right up the middle. It's about 4. Gregory, the middle linebacker, with the hit.
Well, Gregory, he's their big playmaker on defense. He's the linebacker. He led the team in tackles, in fact, by a wide margin.
So gain of 4 for Mylan Woodard on that first down play, brings up 2nd and 6. Good surge up front by that Tiger line as Woodard got to the hole in a hurry. A lot of motion, they get in the eye. Brooks is to the left, Parrott is to the right. Give it to Woodard again, up the middle. Trying to find some room. Keeps spinning, keeps grinding, gets close to a first down.
Good physical run there, first 2 for Woodard. And that's exactly what Pekin wants to do. They want to bring everything between the tackles, be physical, make the Tigers pound on them, and not let the Tigers get through on big plays.
And he didn't get a very good spot there. It'll be about 3rd and 1.
Gain of 5 on that last play. First third down situation for the Tigers. Last week they were 8 of 12 on these situations. Let's see if they can go 1 for 1 here. Blake and Brooks double tight ends set here on 3rd down. Woodard again, he's in the backfield and stopped short as Jordan Ledger, the outside linebacker, came in and made the hit.
They delayed on it. They had no lead blocker for him. If he did, he's probably going to get the first down. That's tough. Decision time for the Tigers.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for it. Well, actually, we're going to see a measurement here.
I think this is a situation you have to go for it. You have to. You can't give them momentum. Down 7. We got down too many 2 years ago, too many points. Can't let the same situation happen.
That was rather an odd call on 3rd down, I thought. With Woodard being the lone setback.
Give the outside linebacker Ledger a little credit. He came on the run blitz, knew it was coming, and made the play.
He's quick. He's got some speed.
Let's see how close they are. Oh, they're a good yard.
Yeah. Maybe not quite a yard. We're going to punt. I'd go for it here.
I would too.
Especially how easy it was on the first drive.
So Anthony's going to punt it away. This ball is inside the Edwardsville 40.
Well, the only reason we're punting is because the wind is with us. Maybe we can get drag into score field position.
Back deep, Rodemaker and Clausen. Anthony gets the snap. Here comes the rush. The kick is away. Nice kick. Backs up Rodemaker, and it's going to bounce beyond him and get a nice Tiger roll and go out of bounds inside the 20.
Real nice punt there by Reggie Anthony.
Backed at about the 11. Kicked it away from him. A good job of doing that. And Pekin came after it.
So
well, we'll see what they've learned here.
3 and out that time for the Tigers.
They've done to the Tigers what we did to O'Fallon last week.
Well, I agree with you, Todd. You got to
go for it.
We got to force the page to throw it long down the field.
And they will. They will.
These 8 and 10-yard passes just killed them.
Step in front of it.
That's right.
Come up, step in front of it. Be prepared for it. If they go behind you, you got the wind to knock it down. Hopefully you can catch up. Woodard almost intercepted one on that first drive because he kept running for it.
51-yard punt by Anthony. Puts it at the 11-yard line. Page Back to throw. Got some time, throws it across the near side. Complete through behind Rodemaker. Woodard there on the cover.
Actually threw it at alignment.
Yes, he did. That was another dangerous pass. And I'll tell you, this DuPage has thrown 14 interceptions this year, so he's not invincible to being intercepted.
Tigers got some outside rush from the far side of the field, and really, they almost hit the Tiger rusher from behind there. They knocked him down almost at shoulder level. That one was close. They do a real good job pass protecting from the outside, pushing him beyond the quarterback.
Second down and 10. 5 receivers. DuPage rolls near side. Looking, throws it. Incomplete. Clausen on the pattern, and Justin Lowry put the stick on
Well, I'll tell you what, Lowry made DuPage pay for that throw.
Now, you got to hit him, and you got to keep hitting him like they did there.
Hitting him, that's right.
So 3rd and 10.
That was a great job there. Pound on the quarterback. That's one of the things when you're playing a passing team, you got to pound on him. We did that last week against the O'Fallon quarterback, Wasinski. We kept hitting him and kept hitting him.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. You can't keep getting there.
Big 3rd down play here. Tigers can hold him. They'll get good field position out of it. 5 receivers. Rodemaker, Gregory, and Clausen are to the near side. DuPage rolls it near side. Steps up, throws it. High, incomplete over Rodemaker's head. Good coverage there by Hoover.
Great job by the Tigers. They got some press coverage. They got a little more pressure on the quarterback, too, causing them to punt. We'll see if the Tigers come after it.
So that'll bring on the punt team for Pekin.
And the Tigers has really been good at this aspect of special teams.
Yeah.
They've been rushing 10 men off the line here lately and doing very well. Let's see if they get a part of the ball here.
Jim DuPage is the punter. Back deep Woodard at about the 45-yard line of Pekin. And DuPage ought to put it to a pretty stiff win here.
Oh.
Kicks away, high, caught by the wind.
Wow.
Takes a Tiger bounce and goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
That's tough, and one of those situations where you're punting into the wind, you try to angle it away from the receiver. Try to keep it level, low to the ground, but if you do that, you have more of a chance to get it blocked. You tried to kick it away from the block, got it in the air.
The wind just knocked it down. Tigers with great field position.
Good opportunity here for Edwardsville to cash in and tie this ball game. They got the ball at the 29-yard line of Pekin. They trailed 7-0 with 4:52 to go. And a good job by the Tiger defense to set up this opportunity. High formation, double tight end. Brooks, your lone receiver to the right. Woodard gets the call on first. Not that much there. Delahunt makes the tackle. Gain of about a yard.
Did a great job of shedding the block and getting upfield. Right now, the battle up front is being won by the Dragons.
Yeah, this Jordan Ledger, he's getting in there, and he's made a couple of big tackles.
2nd and 9. Gain of 1 on that last play by Woodard. So far, Woodard 4 carries, 10 yards. Kistner brings him up to the line. Parrott back in the game. He goes wide right. Anthony and Brooks go in motion. Clausen follows him across the line, across the formation. Option play down the line. McLaughlin will keep it. Goes upfield, 25. Down about the 22. Nice play by Jim McLaughlin.
But what a nice job by Pekin to string it out. The linemen flooded to this side, and the linebackers stayed in their lanes, made it tough going.
And I tell you what, they're stacking that box.
They really are. That was a situation you saw Brooks in the slot. Like to see him on the post pattern. Get him one-on-one.
Word right out of my mouth, Don. It's open. It's open anytime the Tigers want it. It's there.
3rd and 3 from the 22.
I really feel, guys, the way this has gone, the Tigers are going to have some success passing. To make them honest, at least.
Got to loosen it up a little bit. But a definite run 3rd down here. We'll see what they do. Double tight end. Brooks wide to right. Tight right to the near side of the field. Brewer gets the call, gets the first down and then some. He's in the, and he lost the football. Who's got it?
Looked like Pekin had a lot of red near the football.
Yeah. And it looks like the Dragons have recovered. Yes, they have. So Brewer gets the first down, but then he coughs it up inside the 15-yard line.
2 big plays so far. 1-0 fumble call and then the Tiger turnover. We've done this a lot, haven't we,
that's what we did up there last year. That's unfortunate. Brewer fumbled the ball. Tigers defense got to come up big again.
So Pekin takes over at their own 14. 3:10 to go first quarter. They lead 7-0 on the turnover. Last time, 3 incomplete passes, and they had to punt. DuPage steps up, going down the middle, got a man open, complete. Druckenmiller, he's going to go down all the way. Touchdown, Pekin. Druckenmiller for 86 yards. As he beat Griswold deep on the post batter. All of a sudden, the Tigers in a big hole, 13-0.
Well, they stuffed the Tigers in on the series before, and that made that play wide open.
You got to be aware of that it's coming as a defensive back.
And Rodemacher got behind the defense, and a great throw by DuPage. And this game's not starting the way the Tigers.
Now, they're not going to throw too many medium passes. It's going to be long or short.
Kick by Pekin is good. So 14-0, 2:59 to go first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching Tiger football here on ECTV Channel 10. Back here at Pekin, 2:59 to go first quarter. Tigers trail 14-0 at an 86-yard strike from Jim DuPage to Adam Druckenmiller. Kick was good, and all of a sudden the Tigers find themselves in a big hole.
Well, it's been miscues again. You know,
Yeah.
One fumble. It could have been 7-7. We converted third down, but fumbled it. And the Tigers have made it hard for themselves here.
Very hard.
Shock to kick it away. Line driver. Davis will take it at about the 9-yard line. Gets some blocking. Tackle to 24. So the Tigers take over. Holler 10. Just outside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, this is almost deja vu. 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the fumble that wasn't, and then Brewer fumbles, and bam, they take full advantage of it. The Tigers got to shut down this momentum right
After
now.
watching this, it's a wonder why in our area we don't see teams that throw it a little more.
Really?
They do really have a good scheme.
High formation. So far, the 6 plays, the Tigers have run all been on the ground. Here's number 7. Woodard gets the call, slips in the backfield, goes forward for about 3. As Druckenmiller there on the tackle. Brings up second down.
Their linemen are doing the job, filling the defense or the offensive linemen, and their linebackers are making all the plays.
The Tigers are not getting the push off the line. Like you said, the linebackers are just finishing them off.
It kind of reminds me of Mount Prospect last year. The job that Mount Prospect's line did against us really made it difficult.
8 of 3 on that play makes it 2nd and 7. Woodard now flanked in the slot. They're going to throw it. McLaughlin goes, has got Woodard, makes the catch in midfield, spins inside the 40-yard line of Pekin before he's dragged down by Druckenmiller. And Mylan Woodard, you get him the ball somehow. This time it's on the pass.
New wrinkle, wasn't it? A little different formation
Sure
for
was.
New wrinkle, getting the football to Woodard.
Yeah.
He showed his spin move,
Woodard
too, his
downfield.
athleticism.
Well, that's the play the Tigers needed.
33-yard gain on that play. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 40-yard line of Pekin.
33-yarder. Good start for the Tigers.
Wide right Parrott, wide left Brooks. Anthony now is your fullback. Brewer the tight end. Woodard gets it. Runs up the gut. Gets about 4.
You know, they're taking it so much between the tackles. That's a play out of the eye. You'd like to see him just bounce it outside.
Yes.
Because the outside is open, isn't it, Mike?
Well, see, the Tigers right now are keeping it between the tackles. I don't know whether they want to do that now and then maybe bounce it out later, maybe suck in the Dragons to the middle. We'll see how the Tigers progress here with their offensive plays.
2nd down 7. Ball to 37-yard line. Tigers, their first drive that's gone anywhere. They're in Pekin territory. Option down the line. McLaughlin keeps it. Cuts it inside. Ball's loose. Fumble again.
Mitch's got it.
And Pekin has it one more time. But Laughlin fumbles, and it's recovered by the Dragons.
Awful first quarter.
This is the worst quarter the Tigers have had all year.
Yeah.
And to come back up here and do it again up here.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, the last 3 games, that's been our one flaw, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. We cannot hang on to that football.
Pekin takes over, first and 10 at their own 34.
Running.
Gregory gets the run play this time up the middle, and nothing doing as Anthony stuffs him at the line of scrimmage. So the first run goes nowhere this time for Pekin.
They may shelve that for a while. You can tell the Tigers a little more accustomed to stopping the run.
Yep, but once again, that keeps the defense honest, see.
I think you sell out for the pass. You really do, and make them beat you with the run.
2nd and 9. Probably the last play of the quarter. 20 seconds to go. 5 receivers, DuPage will throw it. We have flags on the play. That bodes as a false start on the Dragons.
That's the first flag of the game.
You know, the really difficult thing that the Dragons do, and they do it so well, though, is they will roll their quarterback out to a direction most of the time, and here they're rolling to his left, setting up really almost like a screen like basketball. He's making throws on the run, and with the accuracy that he has. A lot of the throws, have been to the same side, but still getting the throw there.
He's a very accurate passer. He throws him passes very crisply.
And that will do it for the first quarter. A quarter I'm sure the Tigers would like to forget as they trail 14-0. You're watching Tiger football here on ECTV Channel 10. Second quarter of action. And Pekin right now with a 14-0 lead.
Got a 2nd and 14. Stats tell the story so far. 169 total yards for Pekin, 10 on the ground, 159 through the air. They're 10 of 15 passing the football.
DuPage to throw.
DuPage throwing it.
Got some heat. He's got him in. He flips it out there. Complete to Snell at the 36 as he was going down. So a nice play by DuPage. And Todd, take it away.
Brings up a 3rd and long. The Tigers really have to have a stop here.
That DuPage has been the difference in the game as far as I'm concerned. The Tigers had him sacked, and he somehow got that ball away.
Brings up 3rd and 8. Tigers only 62 total yards. First half, 29 on the ground. Back in front, DuPage looks to throw. He has lots of time going deep. Receivers out there over the head of Chuckenmiller. That'll bring up 4th and 8. This time, Pekin going with the wind. Will have a chance to punt with the wind this time. Leaving it 14-0.
That ball really took off on DuPage there. The wind really grabbed it.
That's an adjustment he'll have to make after throwing into the wind a little bit. And he was perfect on his long throw into the wind.
As good as he looks, he can make an adjustment. What you got to remember, he's the punter also, so he can throw out of this punting position.
And it's not much different, is it?
No.
He gets it away, just away from Anthony, hanging up there. Woodard going to let it bounce at about the 25. Not much of a roll, about a yard, and stops at the 25. 11:03 left. Tigers will start from there. They have to sustain a drive. The Tigers so far have only had 10 plays, 3 and out, and then 4 on their last drive. One of those 3 and outs also being a fumble.
Yeah, the Tigers have got to hang on to the football here and mount some sort of offense against Pekin.
Tigers, double wing set in motion here. Brooks and Parrott to the far side. 2 tight ends, or in fact, lone tight end is linked to the near side. It's Woodard up the gut. He has room. Woodard is gone. Nobody will catch Mylan Woodard. See you later. Well, look at that. Rodemaker, is he quick? He's not going to get him though, but whoa! He tried to make up the angle. 75-yard touchdown the same amount of speed. I did hear that he is a long jump state qualifier, not a really speed category, but is now 14.6. He showed some speed.
He sure did. Todd, you got the magic touch. Way to go.
Enlow set to take the extra point. Try to make it a 7-point ball game. Snap is down. The kick is straight up and through from Tyler Enlow, and it's 14-7. Well, that's the big play. Each team has had it. Tigers have had 2 miscues. Beacon has had a sustained drive.
That time he saw Woodard run the playoff tackle. He bounced it outside. He used his creative ability and broke it for a nice gain and,
He's got
of course,
those quick
a
feet,
touchdown.
doesn't he, Mike?
Yes, he does. He's so quick. We was hoping he would bounce one outside of the tackles. Boy, he did. That Rodemaker's fast, too.
Oh, he's quick. I didn't think he had a prayer when he was coming.
When he was getting close to Woodard, Woodard just put it in another gear and took off again.
That drive, one play, 75 yards.
2 scores for one play,
seconds.
yeah, for both teams.
I'll tell you, this has got a makings of a shootout.
Well, we hope that the Tigers, if they fell behind, they'd be able to keep it in until the 4th quarter and make them settle it late. Well, down 7 here, 10:51 left, first half. Broom set to kick it off at his own 40. Rodemaker back at his 3. In fact, that's his 7. Broom, short kick, going to be taken by Clausen at about the 25. That's Taylor. Taylor getting upfield, going to be brought down by Brewer across the 40 to the 44. Great field position. That was Nick Taylor.
I didn't like that kickoff there by Broom. He should have line drive that or end over end it down the field. That high kick just sets up everything. I didn't like it at all.
Into the wind.
Yes.
Well, Pekin has 56 yards to go for a score. Truckenmiller and Schnell here to the near side. Clausen and Rodemaker to the far, out of the, almost said out of the eye. Not used to DuPage being so far back. Tigers get pressure, little screen. Tigers come up, they're going to lose yardage. Nigel Woodard there. Tigers going to string him along and tackle him.
Boy, Nigel Woodard came up and read that screen perfectly, and he just beat the blockers and made the nice play. And
That's what you call 2-on-2.
Exactly, 2-on-2. That's right. And the right number 2 won that one.
You got that right.
And we talked about press coverage. Well, the Tigers got in their face at that time. Brings up 2nd and 14. Snell just off the tight end position. 4 wideouts again. They're going to throw it and release it. Trying to go over the middle. They have Rodemaker. He has a first down across midfield. Still on his feet. Across the 40 to about the 37. They convert the 2nd and 14.
Well, another thing about these receivers, they don't miss balls either. They grab everything that they can get. Now, this DuPage, he's right on the knife.
22-yard reception for Rodemaker. Just adding and adding to his 200-plus receptions in his career. This time they have 5 wideouts. No, back to block. Tigers going to try to get pressure and do from Robb. Receiver out there going one-on-one, being guarded by Hoover, and it's overthrown. They tried to find Rodemaker again. And why not with the success he's had?
That time they sent 4. They sent Robbs on the blitz and actually dropped one of the linemen back in his own blitz situation. So they're trying to do some different things up front to try to confuse that offensive line, but DuPage still has had plenty of time all night tonight.
He can avoid a rush. He's good. He's not a scrambler, but he can get away.
It's the system, really, that I think allows him to do it, because they set up that screen, and he can roll to a side. He's not often, is he really just sitting back in the pocket. Occasionally. This time they go to the 4 wideouts. Gregory the back in front of the quarterback. It's the run this time. He ran away from it. Reggie Anthony with his quickness making the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, Anthony closed that in a hurry because that really fooled the front four. They've been pinning their ears back and coming hard on the rush, and that's a play they're going to have to watch for tonight.
That's the second time they ran it.
So a
First time,
third,
not much success.
we talked about them being 50% converting on third down before this ball game. The four wideouts again.
1 for 3 tonight, Todd.
Tigers getting no pressure. Now they do. It's out there. Great job there by Jim Keller to get pressure. Brings up fourth down. I think they'd go for it here in this situation at the Tigers 34. And again, the Tigers doing what they really need to against a throwing team. They got to hit the quarterback. They at least get his face, hit him.
Link put a good hit on the pages there.
And that's what we did last week against Wasinski, was we hit him quite a bit.
Well, DePage was slightly shaken up on that last play. He got up slowly.
And then you have to. You have to.
That's football.
Yeah, that's part of the game.
Actually, they're going into the heat. Yeah, they'll go for it here on fourth down.
You're on 4th and 6. Tigers getting pressure from Broom. Now they're going to look to throw. Can Lowry get there? He's not going to get it. Great job for the Tigers to stop him on 4th down. Good pursuit from the linebackers from the Tigers again.
Reggie Anthony with a great play. He was dropped back deep in coverage. He saw DuPage take off. He closed the gap, made the tackle, and another big play for the Tiger D here. They'll get the ball back on down.
And what a situation it is. Down 7 points, a chance with the ball to try to tie this one up.
And DePage is hurt, too. I mean, he's been hurt in the last 2 plays. He's holding his lower buttocks or hamstring, and he's been hurt in some manner.
Last time the Tigers touched the ball, they went 75 yards out of the eye. Parrott here to the near side. In motion, the tight end Link. The other wide receiver is Brooks. Long snap count by McLaughlin under center. Gives it again to Woodard. This time it was number 6, Adam Druckenmiller, that strung it out. He filled the lane this time that he didn't get to last play.
And Delahunt again made good penetration. He was in on the tackle as well. They had 9 guys within 5 yards of the football on that play. They're really just daring the Tigers to throw the ball down the field.
Bring up 2nd and 9 at the Tiger 31. Woodard now 8 carries for 92 yards and that 75-yard touchdown run. Tigers with a little motion, 2 wide receivers to the near side. It's Woodard one more time, looks to find a seam, gets upfield, gets hit hard, did not get to the 35. It's going to be 3rd down.
Boy, Mike, there's just no room up the middle right now. They've got
Between the tackles, there's absolutely nothing going on right now. And Woodard, on that 75-yard scamper he had, he bounced outside off the tackle. Let's see if we don't see some sort of play this time. Brewer's coming into the game. Oh, Anthony's coming into the game.
We haven't seen the Tigers pass it out wide yet.
Might see that Anthony pass.
As we're to the 7-minute mark here of the first half. Tigers are going to throw it. They fake him. McLaughlin has room to run. McLaughlin on his feet, tries to get it inside. He's going to be close to a Tiger first down. It looks like he's across the 40, has a Tiger first down. Really solid job there by Jordan Ledger, reaching for the football. I thought for a minute he stripped it.
Well, I tell you, McLaughlin made a nice run there. He made a cutback, and he looked like he was down to 38. He cut it back and got the extra yardage and keeps the drive going.
Well, he had Brooks early, and then he was looking for Anthony late, and there wasn't nothing there. And his scrambling ability, he got the first down.
And this time he rolled to his right.
That's good. That's a much easier throw to make. To the right side, I would expect him to maybe do more of that with the window.
Tigers have 2 tight ends now, Anthony and Link. Anthony here to the near side, out of the eye. Brooks the lone wideout going one-on-one with Clausen. It's the handoff to Woodard. They again make it tough through the middle, and you got hit by the middle linebacker. That was Gregory one more time.
And there's Delahunt getting off the bottom of the pile again. He's been a tough guy to handle inside right now for the Tiger offensive line.
They're not a really big defensive team like the Tigers, but boy, they're physical
Well, they're like
between the tackles.
like a bunch of bees, and right now they're stacking that box. And, I mean, the Tigers' pass plays open to looks on the boat.
Jordan Brewer has 1 carry, 4 yards and a fumble. That's all we've seen from him tonight. Again, stringing him out. This time Ledger brings up another 3rd down for the Tigers. It'll be 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, one thing about this Pekin defense we didn't talk about, their corners, actually Clausen and Snell, are actually probably better defenders against the pass than they are catching the pass. I know it's hard to believe seeing them play so far tonight, but that really gives them a lot of confidence to have those safeties pinch up and take away the run.
You got to look for a pass here.
Tigers gonna hand it off. Woodard shakes his brakes again. He has a 1st down across the 45. Ledger on the tackle. He's down to the 42. Another 3rd down conversion, 2 in a row.
Boy, I tell you, Woodard again with the patience, Mike. When he runs this football, he said let the guy sort of flow by him, and then made the cutback and got the 1st down.
He bounced off left tackle again, got the 1st.
And he's not afraid to go right straight ahead either. Yeah, he keeps his feet moving. He'll make a mover there, but then he's straight upfield.
Did a nice job of switching the football at the end, too, to avoid getting the ball stripped.
12 carries, 113 yards for Mylan Woodard. Tigers again out of the eye. Wide receiver slips each side. This time it's Brewer. Brewer gets a good chunk. He's brought down by Gregory as well as number 10, and that is Ross Cameron.
Well, the clock is running. There's about 4:20 left in the 2nd quarter here. And the Tigers have all their timeouts left.
They're putting together a nice little drive here against the wind.
Real good.
They play the drive coming up.
About 5 to get here. On 2nd down, Anthony tight end to the far side. McLaughlin gives it to the fullback. He's hit right away. He's going to lose yardage. It was Jake Nappen on the stop for Pekin as he shed the offensive lineman.
That was a great tackle there by Ashton.
Again, another big 3rd down play up here for the Tiger offense.
Trying to convert 3 in a row.
They gave it to Woodard last time. Let's see what they do here.
Tigers will shift. 2 tight ends set. Woodard coming here to the near side, going one-on-one with Rodemaker. They're going to look to throw, and he's getting pressure. Ball's down again. McLaughlin has some room to run now. He's not going to make it. Flag coming late. That was a late flag coming from behind the play of McLaughlin.
I tell you, there was maybe a holdout there. We'll see what the call is, but there was a big tie up there right about the 40.
If he would have gone outside, he had more running room, but he cut it inside. Oh, that's going to go against the Tigers.
Well, let's see. They could decline this.
I think they'll take the penalty to make it 3rd and a bunch instead of 4th and 2, but we'll see. Yeah, they're going to take the penalty here. They'll mark off 10 from the spot of the foul.
That was a really late flag from where the spot was. The play was already down here at about the 35, and the flag was thrown. I don't know if the official struggled to get it out or what, but I did watch the play and wonder if there was a hanky going to be thrown. Brings up 3rd and about 20 for the Tigers. 13-yard penalty for the Tigers. Actually, it's a 3rd and 22. 3 wideouts to the far side. Woodard the lone back. Tigers gonna fake it, gonna throw. Gonna dump it off the screen. They got Woodard out there. He can't make the play. Would have had one-on-one and could not make the grab. It was coming over his shoulder, dropping over, and he struggled to make it. Tigers gonna punt for the 2nd time. That play looked familiar, didn't it, Mike?
Yeah, it did.
That play reminds you of the Hubbard throw, the big conversion.
That's a shame Woodard couldn't hang on to that.
He had one man to beat.
He had a lot of running room there.
It's been one of those games so close, yet they can't convert.
I'll tell you, this is turning into a real fine ball game here.
Tigers taking a lot of time. It's to Anthony. Anthony has room. Nice short kick. They're going to let it drop at the 25. Rolling inside the 20. Going to drop down at the 16. Drop there by Brooks. 2:27 left first half. 14-7. Beacon with the lead, but I don't know. My feeling is we're lucky to be down 7.
I think so. I think so. Early in the game, I didn't think so, but now I do. Now I do. I mean, it could have been 7-7 early in the ball game, but now that we're down 14-7, I'm kind of happy.
It's just miscues and really struggling to hold on to the football.
This Beacon defense has been going after the ball all night.
They have.
They've got it a couple of times.
Coached well at it. You know they coached that. The way they've gone after it. DuPage, set back, getting pressure from the outside. Receivers there. And there's going to be a flag.
That's too bad because that was actually covered pretty well.
It was covered great.
That ball was uncatchable.
That was an iffy one. He went for the football. He did make contact about the time the football got there, but Davis, if he would have realized and recognized the football a little sooner, he could have made the play. Instead, he ran into the receiver.
If he had turned around, he would have got away with it.
That's a 15-yard penalty, makes it 1st and 10.
Well, the penalties are one-sided. There's no doubt about that so far, and credit a lot of the miscues by the Tigers so far. Have it at their own 31.
Well, there's 2:22 left here in the half, and the Dragons have all their timeouts left.
They have 5 wideouts. Tigers getting pressure from Lowry. They look to run. He's going to be sacked. And the ball's on the ground. I think Pekin fell on it. They lost a few more. A lineman fell on it. Number 70, Dan Cox.
Well, I tell you, DuPage is taking some hits now.
This is what the Tigers did last week, isn't it? And they have to continue.
They have to continue putting him on the ground. He's limping right now and holding his side.
Was that Reggie Anthony?
I think it was.
He called his number quite a bit tonight. He's been all over the place.
2nd and 13. Tigers really need to get stingy here. They have 4 wideouts. Coming after it. Van Beek getting pressure, going one-on-one. Can Davis get there? Davis, the only player there, actually. Adam Truckenmiller gave up on it. Davis did not. Brings up 3rd and 13.
And once again, Van Beek down DuPage on his back after he threw the ball. So DuPage is taking a pounding.
Doing what they need to. Hitting the quarterback. Making it difficult. Interception would be huge here. Got 1:37 left first half. Tigers trail it by 7. And really fortunate to be down 7.
So
the
far,
75-yard run for the Tigers for their score.
in this quarter, DuPage only 3 for 7, and he's been sacked once.
Five wide out. Tigers back off. Now they get pressure up the middle. He's got room to run. Got a receiver out there. He's close to the first down where he went out of bounds.
He got the first down, Todd.
I think he's got it by a half yard. What great route running there by Derek Rodemaker. Knew he had to get enough for a first down and did.
That's what Beacon receivers do so well. They run precise routes. They know exactly where they are at all times, and he knew exactly what he needed to get the first down.
That is 6th catch of this first half. Tigers could not make the big stop on 3rd down. Gregory is back. They're going to look to throw, getting pressure from Anthony, getting hit one more time. It's complete to Snell. Out there's Robbs. He's across the 50 to the 49.
Yeah, but DuPage took another big hit.
But what a great throw. Did enough to get it there.
Oh, he does. He really can fire the ball under pressure.
If this is the type of games they normally have, they expect a lot from Jim DuPage as far as the physicalness on that aspect of the game.
Right now they're sending, they got 3 down linemen and they're bringing a linebacker on every play.
They got under a minute left. And it's picked off. Reggie Anthony. Can he go? Anthony's got room. He's got the quarterback who stopped him at about the 30. Big play there for the Tigers. 48 seconds left. All 3 timeouts.
Well, you know, Anthony knows a little bit about that. He made an interception 2 years ago against Beacon, and what a big interception there. The Tigers should get points with 48 seconds left, maybe.
Looked like the Collinsville game, didn't it?
Yes, it
Robs
did.
came, Anthony stepped back, got in the seam. That's one of the wrinkles, bringing the linebacker back. It would be nice time for Brooks to get a touchdown catch here, over the middle. Two tight end set. Back to lone tight end set. Wide receivers here to the near side. They're going to look to throw. They have Brooks. Brooks is open. Brooks is out there. He can't make the grab. Inside the 15. They tried him on the little out pattern. Could not get it. 2nd and 10.
Boy, he made a nice route there and broke it off to the outside, but just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Last two throws right off the hands of the receivers. It's a great throw.
I tell you, this game has been so close.
It's been a great ball game.
It really has.
A way to go in to be tied would be horrific
What
for
a
this
comeback
Tiger team.
that would be.
Tigers out of the power I. They're going to shift. They're going to go 5 wideouts here. They're going to look to throw it. They're going to get pressure from the outside. Tigers going to dump it off to Brooks. He has blockers. Can he cut it inside? And he will. He's still on his feet. Still on his feet. Inside the 10.
What a great
32
run. Great
seconds
blocking.
left. Tigers going to try to take a timeout with 31.8.
Boy,
And that's
Jordan,
where it stops.
Jordan
Wow.
Brewer there with a nice block out there front, and
Yes,
Brooks
he
read it
did.
well.
Great play calling. They knew the blitz was coming from the outside, threw it straight from that side, and got blockers out there. That's the difference between this Tigers team. Dale Patton mentioned this Tiger team's more balanced, maybe the most balanced team they've played. That's the different wrinkle they can bring this year.
And it's first and goal for the Tigers here after that great catch and run by Brooks.
22-yarder.
2 timeouts left. So they can run the ball here if they want to.
Sure they can. Well, I tell you, after the Tigers were down 14-0 in the first quarter, you know, my heart was sinking.
Oh.
But I tell you what, the Tigers have battled back, and if they could go into halftime here, tied up at 14-14, the momentum switches to Edwardsville.
Yeah, I said that was the quarter they wanted to forget. Well, they forgot all about it and went right ahead, and they
Sure
really
did.
have done a nice job in the second quarter. So far, 4 first downs for the Tigers here in the second quarter.
This is a great atmosphere, isn't it, for a football game?
yeah.
Great atmosphere.
Can't beat it.
From what we hear, it's not like this in their conference all the time, but at least they come out in the playoff games because they win their conference year in, year out. Tigers have wide receivers to each side out of the eye. Beacon will stack the line. Tigers get an option. McLaughlin, he's going to score. Nope, he's inside the 5. I thought that was the goal line. It's going to be 2nd down. Will the Tigers call a timeout?
Yes, they do.
And they did with 22.6 left. It's going to be 2nd and goal, 1 timeout left.
We had a convoy out there in front, but a nice job by number 15, Brian Snell.
Their cornerbacks, safeties, and their linebackers really flood to the football well. Stay in their lanes, they get to the ball carrier.
7-yard catch.
That'll be at the 2-yard line.
That was a
Trying
great
to tie it.
decision by McLaughlin
Yeah.
that time. Good run.
And as a defensive player, they made the right play. One person has to guard the pitch man. That's what they did. Make him cut it inside and get it between the tackles.
Hey, 22 seconds. There's just some interesting play calling. They have 1 timeout left, so really they can run or throw. Maybe another option play might be in order here. We'll see what they do.
Interesting situation, isn't it? 2 weeks in a row before the half trying to score.
Yes, but last week we had the lead. This week we're down by 7. It would be... You would think they'd have to string out this play here, wouldn't you? 2 yards to go. Let's see.
And don't forget, we do get the football starting the half. This time, Tigers will be out of the eye. 2 tight end set. Nope. Wide receivers to each side. And they're going to shift. Now it's going to be the lone back Brewer. Will they blitz from the outside? It's going to be a fake handoff and a drag. He's going to lose yardage. It's going to be a sack. And that's tough going. Tigers going to call a timeout.
by Ross Cameron there.
Brings up 3rd and goal. They're going to have to throw it here.
It has to be at the end zone without any chance to stop the clock. Now, you're definitely in end low range. I'm not sure with the wind how much that could affect it, but he did kick a 35-yarder last week.
Unfortunately, we just mentioned that 2 weeks in a row, we had the same situation against O'Fallon last week, did not put up points, and looking more and more like the same here.
Yeah, we got to go for the end zone in this play. There might not be time for another play. And this, what is this, 3rd down?
3rd down. You're going to go to the sideline or go to the end zone.
That's right, sideline or end zone, one or the other.
We don't have many sideline plays either.
No.
Tigers power I set here. They're going to shift. Going to go 5 wide outs one more time. They're going to get blitzed from the outside. Tigers going to look to throw. Got a receiver open. It's almost picked off. So that brings up 4th down. 10 seconds left.
Well, an interesting call here.
Well, the Tigers had a chance to grab momentum before the half, and now letting it just slip through.
That's the way this whole game has been. It just slipped through.
Well, that time Gregory made a nice play from his linebacker position. I don't think McLaughlin even saw him when he threw that ball.
If he holds on to that ball, he's got the sideline.
Yeah.
4th down. Looks like they're going to go for it.
They're going for it.
Tigers. Split out, wide out. Out of the eye this time. They're going to throw it. They're going to try to jump it off. Woodard's covered. And they're going to try to get it to him, but he's not going to score. Up he's on his feet. He's going to score. He's going to score. Are you kidding me? The time expires. Tigers 14-13. Are you kidding me? He was perfectly covered. And how did he slip through?
I don't know.
Wow.
Dragons did everything correct on that play. They rushed McLaughlin. He threw a wobbly pass. Woodard was covered. How he caught the ball and got away from the tackle is beyond belief. The guy's a magician.
He
He's
is.
a playmaker.
We see it week in and week out from Mylan Woodard. Chance to tie it up. It's down. Almost blocked. It's up. It's long enough. It's through. We have a new ball game here. Tied at 14. It's not been tied since early in this first quarter, and we're very fortunate right now to have the tie. But we do at the half. We'll be back in just a minute to talk about this great first half here at Beacon. You're watching Tiger Football right here on ECTV, Channel 10.
It's halftime here at Beacon. The Tigers have come back to tie this ball game at 14-14. Steve Will with Todd Zutti and Mike Williams, and it's really been a tale of 2 quarters this game. Beacon dominated the first 12 minutes, and the Tigers came back with just an extraordinary last drive there to tie it up with Mylan Woodard doing his magic once again.
Yeah, Mylan Woodard, what an athlete. After McLaughlin gets sacked there on 3rd down, the Tigers are down on 4th down. It looks like they're not going to score. They get a good rush on McLaughlin. He throws a wobbly pass to Woodard. Woodard catches it and somehow avoids the tackle. The Dragon was all over, and he turns around and slips into the end zone to tie this game. I'll tell you what, the first quarter, we got down 14-0 the first 5 minutes ago. Oh, man, it's just like 2 years ago. But the Tigers held together. They sucked it up, come back in the second quarter and played magnificently. And Todd, how did the Tigers do statistically?
Well, better than actually what you'd think, Mike. I mean, for this first half, 199 total yards for the Tigers. Woodard has 161 of those himself. Rushing for the Tigers, 129. Woodard with 113 of those on 12 carries. 9 for McLaughlin. He's touched it 5 times. Only 7 for Brewer on 3 carries. Tigers have thrown it for 70 yards. McLaughlin 3 of 6. 48 for Woodard on 2 catches. 22 yards on 1 catch for Devon Brooks. So that's the Tigers here in this first half. For the Beacon Dragons, they have 217 total yards, but 169 of those came in that first quarter that you were talking about, Mike. They have 203 passing yards, 14 rushing yards. They had 159 of those 203 in the first quarter, so the Tigers shut them down. They have 5 carries in this game so far for those 14 yards. DuPage, the quarterback, boy, he's taking a pounding in this ball game.
Yes, and that's going to have to be a factor in the second half.
He's thrown it already 25 times. He was 10 of 15 in that first quarter. He's only 5 of 10 in the second quarter. So definitely different quarters, rather,
Tigers are
in this
adjusting
game.
to him.
And as far as receiving, Clausen has 42 yards on 5 catches. Rodemaker 57 yards on 6 catches. They're leading the way as far as receptions, but yardage, 86 total yards for number 6, and that's Adam Truckenmiller, but that came on that one catch for the touchdown.
Yeah. What do you got for us, Steve, on third down and such?
So far, first downs, 6 for Edwardsville, 9 for Beacon. Time of possession, 13 minutes, 1 second for the Tigers, 10:59 for Beacon, so a little bit of an advantage there. Third down conversion, both teams 2 of 5 in the first half. And then yards on first down, 113 for Beacon and 92 for Edwardsville. They're averaging about 10 yards a crack on first down. Edwardsville about a little bit under 8 yards. Of course, both teams had big plays on first down. In fact, if you pull those out, Edwardsville was 11 first down plays for 17 yards, and then Beacon 10 plays for, about 27 yards. So really, the defense had done a pretty good job on first down, except for those 2 big plays.
Right now, the Tigers have the momentum, and the coaches had to be upset with them after the first quarter, but the Tigers rebounded so well. The coaches got to be really happy with this game going in tied up 14 at half. Now the Tigers have the ball. They'll have the ball with them here in the third quarter, and you know how the Tigers have performed in the third quarter all year long. So with the Tigers have the momentum and the past history of third quarter, I look for Tiger football to take over.
They can't have any turnovers. I really believe in here.
The turnovers,
they cannot have any.
We've overcome 2.
And that's one of the things.
We got to quit overcoming these turnovers.
And we're going with the win here in this third quarter. But you were talking about, as far as Tim Doherty and his staff, one way they're probably not pleased with the turnovers.
Well, sure
and the miscues here and there. But they got to be pleased tied at halftime.
Oh, you betcha.
They really do.
They're saying thank you very much. And Mylan Woodard, what a ball player. I mean, wait, when the tough gets going, playoff time, cream rises to the top, and that's what Mr. Woodard is doing.
He has done that the last couple ball games. Bring us home here, Mike, in this third quarter. Otherwise, I may give you the hook.
Oh, I don't want to hook,
I had a successful second quarter.
Yes, you were very successful.
Right, we may have to bring it back then.
So we're about ready for kickoff here.
How about a Chris Davis return like he had at East St. Louis, where he almost ran it back?
I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, the fans are really into it. They're noisy, as we expect. They're right in front of us here.
You know, this is a very good Beacon ball club.
Betcha.
East St. Louis is comparable. They're just as good. They have a little more speed, they're a little more athletic, but what a great scheme Beacon brings. Very good ball club.
Actually, both teams in that first half scored touchdowns off of turnovers. So 7 points each off the turnovers. Just really shows how even this first half has been.
So Jordan Vogler here is number 9 rather. Travis Shock's about ready to kick off to the Tigers. And the way it catches it short off to the right, it starts to bounce out of bounds.
Boy, good presence of mind to fall on it.
Well, I guess.
That was Chris Davis.
Chris Davis, he had to fall on that. If the Beacon can recover that ball, it would have been their ball. Whoa, that would have been a disaster.
He got that ball just to sit there.
It just sit there, and Davis came up and grabbed it the last minute. So the Tigers have the ball on their own 27-yard line. First and 10. Third quarter action tied 14-14. Second round of the EHS Playoff. Tigers come to the line in the I formation. Split receivers. Now they switch, and Anthony comes to the near side. And we have a whistle, I believe.
Take too much time.
Probably you can maybe move it on the line. Let's see what the call is.
It's on us.
So it's going to be a penalty against the Tigers. see what the call is.
False
it's a
start.
motion penalty, false start.
Wow.
So that's not a very good start on 1st and 10 here. So now to be 1st and 15. And the ball's put back on the 22-yard line. The Tigers need to get it together here and keep that momentum going. 14-14. What a ball game.
We've not scored on a sustained drive. We really could use one here. Keep their offense off this field.
High formation for the Tigers. McLaughlin hands off to Woodard. He cuts it off left tackle, tries to break it outside, but nothing's there. And he's stuffed for maybe a gain of 1.
Druckenmiller there with the stop. He came up that outside linebacker position and snuffed the play out.
And also Ryan Snell was in on that play. So it'll be, scoreboard says 3rd. No, it should
No,
be
it's second. It's second.
It's second. About 2nd and 8, we'll call it. 2nd and 13. High formation. McLaughlin hands off. Nope, he fakes it. Now he throws right down the middle. On the post to Brooks. Great catch by Brooks. First down, and we're in Dragon territory.
What a play fake by McLaughlin. He really set it up. He froze the linebackers and gave one-on-one coverage. Brooks slipped behind him for a beautiful
Are
catch
you
and a
kidding
first
me?
down.
That reminded me of the Adam Jones catch
Oh,
we
you
showed
took
on
the
our
words right
preview
out
to
of
the
my
playoff
mouth.
show. What a great catch. He caught that one near the sideline, had to twist and turn it. That's out there in front of him. He's gone. How close was that?
A tremendous
28-yarder.
Probably Brooks' most acrobatic catch of the season. And it couldn't come at a better time. Ball on the 48-yard line now of the Dragons. And the Tigers are on the move, 1st and 10. Hand off to Woodard, not much there. Maybe a yard as he tried to go straight up the middle. They've been shedding the blockers, and the linebackers come off and finish the play. They've been doing that all night between the tackles.
Time Ross Cameron came into the middle. He's playing a little bit of little linebacker. They've actually gone to sort of a 4-4 look here, bringing more people to the line of scrimmage.
And that big 6'1", 290-pound defensive tackle, Tyson Rathmill, got in there to stop it up as well, to allow the linebackers to get there.
Well, if they stack that box, the pass play is there. High formation, split receivers. McLaughlin rolls out to his right. He's looking to throw. He throws up to Anthony. The ball's knocked down. He picks it up again. And it was knocked out of his hand.
Are you kidding me?
By Rademacher. But Anthony picked it back up.
You know, that
and
is,
gained more yardage. They're very adept at knocking the balls out of the...
Oh, they're great at it.
that is twice now. The ball has bounced right back up to the Edwardsville player. McLaughlin had one strip from it and bounced up right back to him. He made a play. And that drag pattern, we've seen it all year long. Anthony with a nice catch and a nice run, and some fortunate bounces there on the football.
And actually, McLaughlin should have thrown it to the short receiver because Anthony could have been out there to block. He actually took the tougher option.
So the Tigers come out here in the first series and open it up against the Dragons. Hand off. No, McLaughlin keeps it. Now he reverses his field, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. He'll lose about 4 yards on the play. He tried to go to his right, nothing there, cut back left, and it quickly collapsed on him. So once again, the Tigers are going to be 2nd and long, about 2nd and 14 now. Just over 9 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers come to the line on a drive. 2nd and 13, we'll call it. And he is sacked. McLaughlin, the play has not worked all night. Gregory comes in and sacks McLaughlin as they fake it to the back, and McLaughlin tries to go back and pass, and that's the 2nd time he's been sacked on that play.
That was a new wrinkle for the Tigers, too. They had the wideouts inside the 2 tight ends and brought the blitz from the outside. Great scheme. They had everybody covered man on man.
The play fake is not quite as effective when you don't give it to Woodard.
No.
Woodard seems to garner a little bit more respect than the other running backs of the Tigers. But big 3rd down here, really 4-down territory for the Tigers.
So 3rd and long here for the Tigers, 3rd and 21. McLaughlin rolls to his left, looking to the pass, and it's knocked down.
That's a late hit.
That's a late hit. That's a late hit. He blocked the ball. The ball was incomplete. And McLaughlin is tackled by number 81, Nick Taylor, on a very late hit.
That was probably the worst call I've seen all year. Should have been, no question, should have been a call. They've let a lot go here tonight. They had a bad call.
Well, we're in Beacon, and we'd expect to get no calls there. The
But
Tigers
that's got to be a call. I mean, that's a must.
Son, I'm not
That's
gonna
a must.
I know it, but when you
I
come
hope
up,
you got a shot of that
you
one.
come up north there, you ain't gonna get no plays in your favor. That's just the way it is. Tigers going for it here on 4th and 21. The ball on about the 29-yard line. They have their triangle of receivers to the left, two wide out to the right. McLaughlin slips and falls. He is tackled right there. So that will be Dragon ball as the Tigers turn it over on downs.
Wow, what a break they just got there. Well, the Tigers defense has to step it up here. They had some bounces in their favor.
Well, the Tigers decided to come out here in the third quarter and open up the passing game. It worked on a couple of plays, but the Dragons quickly countered. Now they have the ball. And DePage is in shotgun. Back to him. He throws to the right. Complete to number 3, and he is immediately tackled on the 35-yard line. And that's John Clausen who made the catch.
Joe Broom on the tackle did a nice job to get up there in his face right away.
One thing they've done a nice job with defensively is that they've kept the yards after the catch to a minimum. Really, the one long play, the guy just flat out beat him. But if it's been in front of them, they made the tackle. They make making the tackle.
So it's 2nd and 7 here for the Dragons. Their first possession here in the third quarter. We're tied up 14-14. Shotgun to DePage. Oh, he airs it out right. It's going to be intercepted by Mylan Woodard. And he hits blockers. And he's running there to the right side. And Mylan Woodard's running. He's got blockers. He's going to go all the way. There's no flanks. And the Tigers have scored. And it's the Mylan Woodard show.
Oh, yeah. Boy, did they put a hit on, too. Credit that to the defensive lines. Justin Lowry.
And that is his 11th interception of his career, and that's a new Tiger all-time record. Mylan Woodard, he has been the story here tonight for the Tigers.
He's done it all, offense, defense. But really, again, I think Lowry made the hit.
The scheme. What a great scheme.
Yeah, he forced an interception by making the hit on him as he released the football and made a bad pass.
59-yarder guy.
Enlow sets up for the extra point here. He has the win with him. It's down. It's up.
Block.
And did it go over the bar?
Yeah.
It's good. It made it over the bar. And that makes it 21-14 Tigers here with 7:11 left in the third quarter.
And look at the crowd, the Tiger crowd across the way, excited, the first lead of the ball game. What a great effort so far here tonight. A lot of time left, but we've seen the heart of this Tiger team, haven't we?
The Tigers have erased a 14-point deficit and have come back to score 21 unanswered points.
And that's the 14-point off turnovers. Both teams now with 2 turnovers aside. And again, you know, Woodard made a great catch in return, but you got to give Justin Lowry or whoever, I think that's who hit him there.
And he got double hit. Lowry was in front. Somebody came from the outside. They almost sandwiched him. I don't know who the end was, if it was a linebacker or one of the ends. It came from Van Beek's area.
Well, DuPage is getting a little gun shy now because he's been hit all night long, and the Tigers are really doing the job down in the secondary. So the Tigers will kick off. Broom will be kicking with the wind now. Rodemaker and Clausen are deep. The high kick, it carries to Clausen. He gets it on about his 5, and he returned to the right side. Great open field tackle by Brooks, and the Tigers have the momentum going. Great field position for the Tigers. He downs Clausen on the 15-yard line. Tiger special teams play.
This is the time you have to step up your game. Brooks just did it there. Woodard before. You know, on the interception, what a great recognition for Woodard to be able to see where the ball was thrown in the air. He was going back, then set his feet, got there in time, made the play.
This is the 5th try. They start inside their 20s. They've really had poor field position all day. Give credit to that special team and the defense.
Fast defense. DePage throws to his right. Now he crosses back over. Intercepted again. And this time by Griswold. And Real Browsers to his left. He's trying to get into the end zone. He makes a corner. And he's there. Touchdown. Griswold. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Woo! Tigers. Yeah.
Tough throw there.
Oh, yeah.
By DuPage.
Well, DePage, it looked like he was going to throw to his right, but then he came back against the grain. Had nobody there. Griswold was filled up the area, got it, and returned it for a touchdown, and that was Griswold's 4th interception of the year.
Look at that Tiger crowd.
For a
Boy, they're
touchdown.
excited. That was a 21-yarder.
That makes it 27. Enlow trying for number 28. It's up, it's down. It's good this time.
Nailed that one.
Nailed it. And it's the Tigers have come out here in the 3rd quarter like they have all year long and have put 14 points on the board here in the first 6 minutes of the 3rd quarter. 6:54 left. Tigers lead 28-14. They have scored 28 unanswered points.
I'll tell you though, there's still a lot of time left in this game. We've seen this Beacon offense in that first quarter really roll it up. So 14 points is a nice margin, but they got to keep playing.
You remember?
Oh yeah, no question.
You remember what Beacon did last week against Romeoville? Romeoville had them down, and they came back very strong late in the game.
And we struggled to sustain drives too. We really struggled to move the football. It's been our defense tonight that has been the story. 2 straight passes, 2 pickoffs. 17 seconds apart, 59-yarder and a 21-yarder from Woodard and Griswold. And you know, early on in the game, they were passing all to the outside. Now over the middle, we're playing a lot of players in the middle after that big touchdown, and it stopped them.
That was a tough throw for DuPage to come back, rolling to his right, throw across his body, and he got away from him. And Griswold right there to scoop it out of his
He tried to hit the tight end.
Off by Broom, and he kicks it. And Rodemaker is going to return it. He's from his own 2-yard line. He comes straight up the middle. Now he's to his right, and he's going to be tackled at about the 25-yard line. So that's where the Dragons will start 1st and 10.
Yeah. Tigers have gone to more of a cover 2 look too here.
They're definitely playing more zone in this. They played a lot of man that first quarter, and they just couldn't keep up. And so they've gone more to the zone look. Doubling the outside guys, like you said. They're bringing 4 guys to get good pressure.
Officials talking to David Simon here for Beacon. There's been with a little activity after that last special teams play.
So the Tigers defense coming up big here in this 3rd quarter. Little confusion, and the Beacons are going to have to call a timeout here. Little confusion on 1st and 10, and they're forced to call a timeout.
Momentum all wearing white tonight, right here.
With a capital M.
It's one of those situations you don't want to use a timeout either, is it? Where the clock stopped.
So with this timeout, we're going to take a break here, Tiger fans. Tigers lead the Beacon Dragons 28-14, and you're watching it on ECTV, Channel 10. Okay, we're back, Tiger fans. Timeout's over. Dragons trying to get their composure back. Shotgun formation as they've done it the whole game. DuPage rolls to his right, and he passes. Is it complete?
No, incomplete.
Incomplete pass. I couldn't see an indication.
Yeah. But what great pursuit by Chris Davis. He saw the receivers out there. He saw the receiver breaking down his pattern. He got a feel right away. If he caught the play, he was going to make the hit.
So the Dragons have gone back to their sideline patterns. They came up a little short on that play.
With the pressure that the Tiger front 4 is getting, they're going to try to roll the pocket and get him some more time. That time he did have plenty of time to throw that pass, but just couldn't quite make the connection.
So 2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. DuPage has got it. Now the Tigers fall back. DuPage has got a lot of running room. He's going to run, and he's forced outside at about the 25-yard line.
Didn't gain much. What great recognition by the Tigers, wasn't it, Steve?
It looked like a middle screen there. The lineman dropped back, did not chase the quarterback. DuPage is not the swiftest guy we've seen at the quarterback position, and that allows making him run with the football that time.
They've gone away from throwing the pass to the outside like they did on their first drive. Tigers are sucking everything through the middle.
So DuPage just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Big play.
And it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. So let's see what Coach Patton pulls out of his playbook against this Tiger defense. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Back to DuPage. Now he rolls right. Now he tries to step up. And a nice catch. A great throw and a great catch by number 6, Adam Truckenmiller, over the middle.
Pretty decent coverage, though.
It was great coverage. It was just a good throw and a good catch. So 1st and 10 now for the Dragons as they conquer their first down of the quarter.
Well, I tell you, he throws the ball.
He does.
As best as I've seen on the run coming across his body.
That was a huge play. Huge play.
So 6:15 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers lead 28-14. Ball on about the 41-yard line of the Dragons. Shotgun, 5 wide receivers this time. He rolls to his right. Over the, and is it caught? Incomplete. I couldn't tell. They say it's caught. On about the 45-yard line of the Tigers.
Truckenmiller again.
Nice
Roughing
catch
the passer on the play too, guys.
Roughing the passer as well. Yeah.
So a roughing the passer penalty is called on the Tigers that time. So the catch was on the 45-yard line of the Tigers.
That'll
so
keep it going.
So that's see how much the referees march off here.
That's 15 more, put on the 30.
Yep.
So a huge play here.
Tigers could use another turnover here.
So the Dragons try to get back in this game.
yards there with the catch and the penalty.
So a 29-yard advantage, pushes the ball on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. The Tigers have been hitting DuPage all night long after he releases it. They got caught that time. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Looking to throw, gets it out, a lot of air under it, and it is incomplete. The pass.
Hoover there on the coverage.
Pass intended for Rodemaker, and great defense that time by Hoover. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30.
But what a throw. I mean, he's throwing into the wind. He threw it perfect spot. The only spot that it was going to be complete. It was on the money.
And Anthony got good pressure on him again, hit him right when he let go of it.
And he used his arm to hit him. He hit his arm on the outside. Really didn't knock him down, but hit his arm as he went past.
So the Dragons trying to pull themselves back into this game after the Tigers have come out and blitzed them here in the 3rd quarter. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side. Now he rolls out to the leg. Intercepted. Oh, by Nigel Wardard. It was in and out of his hands.
There is a flag down on the
And
far
there's a
side.
flag.
Should be a hold.
Oh, he got hogtied.
Yeah.
Van Beek came through and he got wrestled to the ground.
Oh, if Nigel could have caught that one, he'd have been gone. So it looks like a holding against the Dragons here, and that'll push them back.
Is that their first penalty?
They've had one false start. That's their second one. We've kept Craig busy tonight. He's keeping us well informed. That's the second penalty, right?
Boy, that would have gone the other way. He had room to run.
We sure did.
But you can tell the scheme, can't you, Mike? The difference.
Yeah, the Tigers have really made adjustments very well here.
The first drive, they struggled on it. After that, they've made the adjustments.
So that pushed the ball all the way back on the 44-yard line.
They can't give up a big play here.
So that's going to make it 3rd and long, or 2nd and long here. Receivers to the left. He looks to throw that way. And it's caught, and he's immediately down. The pass caught by Clausen as they got back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, he took another hit again.
Yeah.
Well, DuPage is taking a hit every play.
And that's a credit to the Tigers' pursuit and their motor here tonight.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 11 here.
There isn't much urgency right now with Pekin. Yeah, there is a lot of time left.
So a big 3rd down play here as the Dragons are in Tiger territory. 3rd and 11. Two receivers here to the near side, the short side. He rolls out right, looks back left, airs it out, and it is intercepted. I can't see the number, guys. Hoover. It's Hoover. He comes down the right sideline, and then he breaks it back, cuts across the middle. Oh, a great run back to the 48-yard line, and that's the 3rd time DuPage has been intercepted in this quarter.
Oh, wow. What great coverage. I thought for a while Tigers had him underneath. I thought we were going to underplay it. We had a player fall down underneath. Hoover was there.
They only sent 3 guys that time. They had 8 back in coverage. So, yeah.
I did think that Griswold may have been holding, but...
No, they got it. There's a penalty on the play. They'll move this one back a little bit.
So penalty against the Tigers will move the ball back.
It was about at the about where the flag was actually thrown.
So it moves it back all the way to the 26-yard line. So from the 48, it moves back to the 26.
Tigers line has to start working it here. Tigers can't fumble it. They got to move the football on the ground.
Tigers need to hold on to the football. That's the 4th interception DuPage has thrown in this game, 3 in this quarter. Tigers come to the line, trying to get a drive here with the win. High formation, receiver to the left, tight ends to the near side. The handoff is to Woodard, a bumped up play, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. The handoff wasn't very...
That could have been a disaster.
Yes, it could have.
But Woodard did a nice job of holding on to the football, and that was his first concern, get yards later.
And we were fortunate because we did move on the right side before the play, too.
Yeah, Brewer sort of stood up there, and they didn't catch it.
So a gain of about 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
We've got to have some success through the middle here. Beacon's done a really good job on the interior.
The ball about the 28-yard line of the Tigers. 2nd and 9. High formation for the Tigers. Looks to the near side. Handoff to... And with another flag.
They're going to say he was
They're
down.
going to say Brewer was down. They said a knee hit the ground, and so the Tigers will lose about a yard on that play.
He had a big hole.
That's unfortunate. He slipped and lost his balance, but he kneed the ground there at about the 26. So it'll be 3rd and 10 here.
One of the few times he's been able to break through the middle on the quick hitter.
McLaughlin's 2 for 2 in this 2 for 3 this quarter, 57 yards in a definite passing situation.
Need to pick up the pace here.
So about 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11 here for the Tigers.
Boy, Lowry's in the game at fullback. Oh, no, I'm sorry, he's at the guard. I got a little carried away there, sorry.
The lone setback is Woodard, and he gets the ball. He bounces to the outside. Bye-bye, Mr. Woodard. Nobody's going to catch him. Bye-bye. Look at him go. It's the Mylan Woodard show. Mylan Woodard putting on one of the greatest single performances in IHSA playoff history. What a game for Mylan Woodard on both sides of the ball, and the Tigers have increased their lead to 34-14.
He has a 74-yarder there, a 75-yarder, and it's all Tigers here in the 3rd.
An interception run back to boot. So
on 3rd and 11, they give the ball to Woodard off left tackle. He bounces outside and goes down the sideline untouched. Enlow will try to put the exclamation point on this TD. It's down. He kicks it, and it is good.
And he got a piece of it, too, and it still went in.
35-14 Tigers, as they have really opened it up here in the 3rd quarter.
It's odd, too, guys. We've not sustained a drive yet tonight. We've had 2 big offensive plays, 2 huge defensive plays. Well, I take that back. three big offensive plays. I forgot about the shorter one, the end and a half, that really was a momentum builder. And then we've had the two huge plays on defense. So three big ones on offense, two big ones on defense, and that's really been it.
Four's been the number. 4 touchdowns for Woodard, 4 interceptions by the defense. And that last drive, quick and to the point.
73-yard touchdown drive for the Tigers on 3 plays, but that one was 74 yards because we lost a yard on the 2 previous plays.
The Tigers.
Well, we talked about our speed, didn't we? We have a speed advantage.
We have the speed. We have more speed than we did a couple of years ago. The Tigers down 14-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game have simply erased that deficit and have scored 35 consecutive points.
Mike, we may let you just take the 4th here. You're doing so well.
Whoopee. Here comes Broom, and he kicks it off again. High kickoff.
That's going to go out of
It goes in the end zone. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds. Now to be a touchback.
When it's going right, it's all going right.
Yes, it does. So the ball will be placed on the 20. That's a touchback.
Now, Ty, don't you teach your guys to bunt like that, too, on their baseball field? Man, that hugged the line real nicely.
You want to hug it and not let it hit that edge or the chalk and let it roll.
Well, Clausen did the right thing. We're letting it go.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was out of bounds,
I did, too. So the beat-up and demoralized Peakins come back on the field here.
3 possessions, 3 turnovers so far in the second half by Pekin.
And they were starting to gain momentum on their last drive, but the Tigers again, and they're struggling to get a play in, or a player in, may have to take their second time out.
Another mix-up here in the first down of the series. They're going to have to hurry to get this play off. And they do get it off. It goes to the up back, and he is immediately brought down. A gain of about 4, maybe 3.
There's Anthony again.
And again, we've talked about it all year, guys. When the Tigers make a team one-dimensional, they haven't made Pekin one-dimensional tonight. They've just chosen to go with the pass. The Tigers are tough to beat because eventually they find a way to take away that dimension.
So Ledger on the run, gained about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 here. And for the first time tonight, DuPage comes up underneath center. End around play off the Rademacher, trying to use his speed outside. The Tigers string it out very well. So, a new wrinkle by the Dragons here.
We've seen that play all year, though, haven't we? With our conference, everybody runs that play.
Yep. And Chris Davis made the play at the corner spot. He's had a nice game tonight, too.
He's filled in. We've only used 3 linemen. We've used him as another DB. He's played great.
Rademacher is their best speedster, and they tried to get him outside, but the Tigers strung it out nicely. And it's going to be 3rd and about 5 here.
Tiger
long 5.
Dragons 3 for 7 on 3rd down tonight.
So DuPage comes back under center for the 2nd consecutive play.
Back in the backfield.
And they have a man in the backfield. And another in-round play. This time, to Rademacher. He's trying to get it outside. Nowhere to go. Now he tries to cut it back. Oh, he gets away somehow. But he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. It's going to be shy of the 1st down.
What a nice effort, though, by Rademacher. He should have been back there 10, 15 yards. What a single effort there.
He's a playmaker.
Boy, you see the pursuit of that Tiger defense. Van Beek in the backfield creating havoc, and good up coverage there by Nigel Woodard to knock him out.
So, let's see what the Dragons do here.
They've got to punt the football. There's still plenty of time.
Well, they're going to punt it.
Can you give it to the Tigers again after busting big plays? Don't forget, quarterback's the punter.
That's right. And they're only a couple of yards away from the 1st down.
Tigers
but they
should
are
back
in
off
punt
this
formation.
one. Yeah.
So DuPage, and he will punt it.
Get away from it.
Against the wind, they're staying away from it. And it gets a good peek and bounce. And gets in the Tiger territory at about the 39-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will begin 1st and 10. So it's been all Tigers here in this 3rd quarter. And the 3rd quarter has been the Tigers' quarter all year long. And once again, they have proved it tonight in the 2nd round game here in Pekin.
They have 54 total yards here in this 3rd quarter on 12 plays, Pekin.
And 3 of those plays have been interceptions.
Yep.
Since the 1st quarter, the Tigers have really contained this Pekin offense.
We had more yardage on our interception returns than they've had on their plays.
Amazing. The Tigers come to the line. High formation. Let's see if they can sustain and work that clock. Yep, back Brewer. He breaks, gains a few yards.
Strong run.
He might have gained 3 yards on that play. And it'd be about 2nd and 7.
We'll probably have only one more play after this. End of this third.
Yep, less than a minute left in the third.
We're in good shape if we can run the football a little bit and not turn it over.
Well, that's something we haven't done very well tonight, is run the football between the tackles.
But we've had great success using the counter with the speed of Woodard and the feet, getting outside from it.
Okay, we have a man in the slot, Anthony. Now he goes to the far side, and Brooks comes back in the slot. High formation. And the handoff. Coughlin's going to roll out. He's got a man open to Brooks. Oh, just missed him a little far as Brooks was stretched out, incomplete.
Well, I tell you, Brooks has run some nice routes. These are good corners that Beacon has. Clausen and Snell do a fine job as far as coverage all year long, but he has gotten open on a few plays.
And I like the play call there. I like that.
I do too. So it's 3rd and 8 now for the Tigers. And this situation, well, last time in this quarter, we gave it to Woodard, and he bounced out. So we got to look to give it to Woodard again. Okay, receivers are split. And Coughlin's going to roll out.
He's open.
And he's going to pass it to Anthony. First down and more. Good run by Parrott there. Oh, Anthony gets away, but he's going to be tackled and downed at about the 15-yard line. An excellent play call, and that play has worked all year long. McLaughlin roll out to Anthony.
Anthony chose the wrong way to go. He
Yes,
did not read the blocker right. He may have been gone, but physical run after.
Oh, he ran over Snell there. My goodness, what a run by Anthony.
That'll do it for the third. What a great quarter.
Third quarter.
Maybe best Tiger quarter ever.
Ever. I have to agree, Todd. What an outstanding quarter. And that's going to be it. The Tigers, when we come back for the fourth quarter, the Tigers will have the ball on the 15-yard line and 15 yards away from another score. Tigers lead 35-14, and you're watching a great Tiger comeback right here on ECTV, Channel 10. Okay, we're back, Tiger fans. Tigers coming on possibly their best quarter in Tiger history. Ball on the 15-yard line. 12 minutes left. We're starting the fourth quarter. Tigers hand off to Woodard. He gains yardage up the middle and pounds his way to about the 5. Or 10, rather. 10-yard line.
That's really the first play, Todd. They've gotten some push up front and moved some people around on that little up the middle play.
They stayed low. I saw Jason Kistner get out there, stay very low, got a surge, and powered his way forward. Maybe some fatigue starting to set in. It's all spiraled downhill here in this half.
Well, the Dragons have to be demoralized, there's no doubt about that.
They haven't had the football much either, and when they have, they turned it over.
That's how you keep the Dragons from winning, keep the football out of their hands. Second down here. And the handoff is Brewer, and he pounds his way down to about the 6. So it'll be about third and 1 here.
Wasn't a pretty run from Brewer, but a very effective one. Kept his feet moving, was patient in his blocks, and read them, got upfield.
So about 3rd and 1 here, 6 yards away from the touchdown. The Tigers come to the line. Split receivers, high formation. Now we have one long step back as Brewer comes to the slot. The handoff is to Woodard. He spins his way. He's going to be close to the first down.
I think he's got it.
He's going to be very close.
We'll go for it here anyway.
We'll go for it. This is 4-down territory if we don't make it.
A new wrinkle tonight. We're seeing Reggie Anthony be a lead blocker. He was a lead blocker on that play. He's physical, a little bit bigger than Brewer.
It looks like we might be a little short. Looks like we're a little short. Yep, the official holds up his hands. Looks like about a foot short. So it'll be 4th and a foot here for a first down. 4th and 5
This may be
for a
Beacon's
score.
season right here.
This is it. If Beacon don't stop this, it could be their season. High formation. McLaughlin gets it.
He's got it.
It's a touchdown. I think he's in. Nope,
close.
He's close. Did he give it to him?
Yep, he's in.
All right, he gave it to him.
Seal the deal here.
And Brewer pounded his way in on 4th down and short for a score. And the Tigers lead 41-14. And let's see if Enlow can put the exclamation point on that TD.
Wow. About 9:49 away from a quarterfinal berth. Their second in a row.
What a game by the Tigers. Down, up, and it is good.
Wow. Four touchdown lead. 9:49 to go. Second quarterfinal in a row, awaiting either Oswego or East St. Louis. That game being played tonight. Oswego, a number 1 seed, East Side, a 4 seed. Our only loss of the year, but we get it at home.
Either way.
We can seal it here.
way.
We got a home game. Boy, are we tough at the sports complex.
28 second half points here by the Tigers. 42 unanswered points after being down 14-0. What a game the Tigers have done and performed here. After hanging their heads in the first quarter, they have come back, and man, they really look sharp.
They really look great. 7-play, 61-yard drive, and then 6-yard touchdown run from Jordan Brewer. Really our first sustained drive of the night. Brewer tonight, how many carries he have? The Tiger Junior fullback. 7.
Well, they've done it every possible way tonight, scoring points.
We've had so many big plays, too, tonight. I mean, that's what we've done it with. It hasn't been the sustained. The biggest one had to be right before the half. But then the pick-off, too, the run back, those were the two.
It's been a complete effort by this Tiger team so far tonight.
Mylan Woodard, you want to know his stat line tonight?
Sure.
18 carries, 196 yards.
That's about average for him.
He's probably got almost as many rushing yards as Pika does throwing yards tonight.
That's just on one side of the ball.
Yeah, about 11 carry. That's about average.
Off. He kind of pooch punts it. The wind knocks it down, and it's taken. Good field position by Beacon. They try to get it outside. They get it to the 40-yard line. He's going to be knocked out of bounds there by Hoover.
Hoover, what a great game tonight. Davis, great ball game. We've not really heard the number or the name Brent Robbs tonight, number 30, but he's done his part tonight too. They blocked him a little bit more, knowing we're going to blitz him, but that's allowed linemen to get through. Anthony's played fabulous tonight.
I'll tell you, the big switch in this defensive scheme was when they went to 3-down linemen and then had the linebacker come on the blitz. And they've been getting much better pressure, and it's allowed them not to have to blitz to get pressure, which when you give DuPage short men in the field, that gives them a good chance to burn you.
So the ball 41. Back in the shotgun is DuPage. He throws one right, and it's complete inside Tiger territory at about the 48-yard line by Clausen.
And the Tigers have to make them keep marching down the field. They're going to go no huddle the rest of the way to try to get in this one, down 4 scores.
Yes, the clock is becoming an enemy of the Dragons also now. Ball placed on the 47, 1st and 10. Back in the shotgun is DuPage. Five wideouts. 3 to the left side, and that's the way he goes. He passes and caught by Rademacher, and he is down at about the 33-yard line. A good gain there of about 15.
You know, a lot of their passes are stopping and running hooks, but then they fall down so quick, these receivers. This play beforehand, he had a room to run. The Tigers weren't 3-4 yards away from him, but falling down, that clock keeps moving.
So the clock keeps moving here. 9:17 left in the game. Shotgun formation. 4 wideouts this time. Now he looks right, and he is hit when he threw the ball, and that will be incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here.
Tigers giving them a little more cushion now, aren't they, on the outside? And they're going outside again instead of the middle. We've taken away the middle.
With the Tigers leading 42-14, they went in kind of a prevent defense here and forcing DuPage to throw the sure passes and the sideline patterns.
They're going to give them the 5 to 10 yards underneath right now. They're not going to let the home run show up.
DuPage captures it, throws right. Almost intercepted. It was tipped and almost intercepted by Griswold, who already has 1 interception tonight, and he ran that back for a touchdown.
Van Beek got pressure in on DuPage, and then Reggie Anthony got the tip, was physical on the receiver.
Boy, I tell you, Anthony, he dropped back 10, 12 yards on his drop. They there's really no threat of a run, obviously, when you're up 28 points, and it's making it a little easier on the defense to get back in good coverage.
So third down now for the Dragons, 3rd and 10.
We stopped them a lot here, second, third, and now fourth quarter on first and second down, and put them in a lot of third and longs.
4 wideouts this time, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 1 man in the slot. Page back, he throws it up. Almost intercepted by Robs. He had his hands all over it, and if he would have got that one, the only guy who would have stopped him would have been DePage.
What a scheme. What a great coaching job tonight by this Tigers.
They really stuffed those screens out.
So now it's
really
down.
I've taken that completely away. They haven't run the football.
So 4th down, and you really have to say this is the Pekin season right here. 4th and 10.
Well, outside that one long pass early in the game, the pass defense has been stellar by the Tigers.
Sure has.
DePage, 21 of 40, 4 interceptions, 2 touchdowns tonight.
4th down.
There it is.
Dragon season rides right here. Drops back on a rush, but somehow DePage gets away, and he finds an open receiver.
Got a
An
first down.
outstanding catch by Rodemaker, and that's why he is the Illinois High School Association all-time receptions leader. Outstanding catch. They had DePage, and somehow he slipped away and made a clutch pass to Rodemaker.
What a great receiver Derek Rodemaker is.
Man,
Fingertip catch.
looked like he had stuck him on that one. My goodness, what a catch.
Tigers use Jason Kistner in on the defensive line now. They're rotating offensive defensive linemen, all doing a superb job.
Clock running, 8:35 left, 1st and 10 here. Ball on about the 18-yard line. DePage looking for the end zone. Nope, now he looks short.
Oh, and he caught it.
It's caught by... he took the ball right out of the hands. That was Miller.
Almost an interception instead, a really big play. You know they'll onside kick it too if they score.
Sure will. So the Dragons here trying to save face, trying to get on the board here. They've been shut out since the first quarter. Clock running, 8:15 left. Ball on about the 5-yard line. He's looking for the... It's caught, but he's immediately tackled.
He's in.
Is he in?
Yes, he is.
So a touchdown for the Dragons. And they come back with a nice little drive there to get on the board. It's 42-20.
Well, Mike,
What?
your score?
Game's not over yet.
Well, that play, 8 plays, 59 yards in a minute 40. They were doing a nice job just marching down the field.
But the Tigers hit them when they had to there.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So with 8:08 left here in the game, the Tigers lead Beacon 42-21. That was the first score the Beacons have had since the first 5 minutes of the game.
Took 7 plays, 61 yards to do it in two. But the Tigers made them march. They hit them, they pounded them. Yeah, they let them slip through their fingers a couple times there. Could have had 2 interceptions. Could have sacked the quarterback, couldn't do it, but still up 3 scores. They need to recover each onside kick.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. The Tigers had 2 interception possibilities right there. But
this crowd here at Pekin at the stadium, if this is the way their season always goes, it is this heart-pounding. Even last year's game, or 2 years ago, the game was heart-pounding all the way through. You could have a heart attack here watching this team play.
so you got to look for an onside kick here from the Dragons. Tigers have got to be aware of it.
But they've got their linemen up front. Robs, Lowry.
The ball has to go 10 yards.
I take that back. That drive was 8 plays, 59 yards for Pekin.
So shot goes back. And they're going to onside kick it to the right. And
They got
it's
it.
caught immediately by Chris Slink. He smothers it and drops down on about the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
You know, the onside kick, the way they do it in the college and pros, you can't practice it as much in high school. It's really difficult to do for somebody this age. Very rarely do you see it work. Sometimes people try to kick it really high in the air and do it that way.
Yeah. you're really supposed to kick it to the top of the football, let it hit quickly once, and then the ball goes quickly up in the air and goes 10 yards, so your team has a chance to get under it.
We do remember, Pekin, only 2 timeouts left. They burned 1.
That's right. Tigers with the ball, I formation, 8:07 left in the game. Tigers with a 21-point lead, and the handoff to Brewer, and he busts to the right side, and he gains about 4 yards.
And we're getting more of a surge. Brewer getting into the ball game.
Tell you that time, Justin Lowry kicked out and led the blocking on that play and gave Brewer the little seam to get 4 on first down, and that's what you want, 4 to 5 yards on first down, and keep the clock running.
That's what the Tigers need to do, keep the clock running.
Yep. Tiger center Jason Kistner came up gimpy there, still in the ball game. Tough kid, just a sophomore.
So he leads the charge to the line of scrimmage, and it's 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Brooks to the near side, I formation. McLaughlin has it, and out to Woodard. He tries to bounce out to left, but he's wrapped up by number 81. Nick Taylor, a good tackle there. That's his 2nd similar tackle of the night.
Well, he really rubbed Anthony off on that play and was able to stay at home, and Woodard, who was cut back before and broken at that time, couldn't get away from Taylor.
Tigers might have lost a yard on that play. So it brings up a 3rd down for the Tigers.
Tigers 4 for 9 on 3rd down tonight.
3rd and 7. Big 3rd down play if the Tigers want to continue to keep this clock moving in their favor. Back to the I formation now. Brooks the up back. Now, McLaughlin rolls out looking for a receiver. He pitches it over to Anthony, just out of his reach, incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down.
And what a great read by Reggie Anthony, though. He was supposed to run it, I believe, inside the gut, realized that's where the defensive back was heading, busted it outside. Great recognition by James McLaughlin, too, to try to loft it up there.
So it'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers. I tell you, a punt would be a good play here. You could pin Pekin real deep in there.
I would have run that one. Just keep the clock moving. Tough to call, though. You want to also get first down.
They're going to punt it. Anthony's going to punt it. And we need a good punt here. And it's not bad. It's on the 20. It keeps bounces, rolls inside the 10, and that's where it will be. A nice punt by Reggie Anthony. And with 6:29 left in this game, the ball will be on the 9-yard line.
I meant on 3rd down. I would have tried to run it.
Oh, okay. You stand corrected.
Just to keep the clock moving. Not a bad call. There's nothing wrong with that. Up 21 points, but out of the time, more of a factor. Now, if you hit it, you score a touchdown.
So the Dragons,
well, they've had to go a long field all game long.
Yes,
It's their 6th drive inside the 20 they're starting tonight.
We've got the better of special teams all night long.
and they have 2 timeouts remaining. 4 wide receivers. Page back, goes left, and it's broken up. Broken up nicely.
Davis again.
By Davis. He timed that perfectly.
You know, DuPage had Snell open on the inside. He went for the outside guy that time.
Well, Beacon's down by 21 points here, and they got to try for the daring plays. They got to try to get people down the field. 2nd and 10 here. Okay, 4 wide receivers, 2 split, both sides. DuPage back. He lost 1 out, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Truckamiller.
Absolutely superb coverage from Chris Davis, number 22, and Zach Griswold, number 16. All night long, they put those 2 guys here almost one-on-one. We're putting 3 players on the side that Rodemaker's at, and they're having to do the job all night, and they did it again.
Well, Davis has been the wrinkle in the defense tonight for the Tigers.
All the defensive backs have done a fine job.
Yep, everyone.
And the linebackers, the line starting to play better and better. Lowry getting it in the face again on that last play.
3rd and 10. Good rush by the Tigers, and he nailed him.
Lowry with the sack.
Inside the 5.
So what do you do here, guys? You
Justin
go for
Lowry
it?
with the sack.
You go for it?
You got to.
I think you got to.
You got to. You're down by 21
They're going to punt it. They're going to punt it.
And the clock is running.
2 timeouts only, 6 minutes left. Clock running.
So the Tigers have a big rush on here. as they have in the last 3 games. Woodard's the only one back, 10 on the line.
Watch the little dump-off screen here.
DuPage is the punter. They're trying. And here comes the rush. Almost ran into the kicker. Up, rushing the punter, and a flag was thrown.
Well, you can't fault that. He was very close to it. He was very close to blocking it.
Well, we'll see if it's running or roughing. They're going to give him 15 yards roughing the kicker.
Oh, yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, he roughed the punter on that play. Didn't get any of the ball. If he'd got any of the ball, you can get away with that, but the ball was untouched. So a 15-yard penalty will be assessed against the Tigers here, and the Dragons will keep the ball.
That's something you come after, but you don't expect with under 6 minutes to go that somebody would actually run into the kicker there. But that's exactly what the Tigers did.
Well, the Tigers every once in a while tonight has made a miscue like that.
You hope in a situation like that, after doing that, you wish you would have just played it safe. But yeah, you know, you can second guess yourself.
Yeah. So now it's 1st and 10. The ball on the 19-yard line. 4 wide outs. DuPage back to pass. He fires it. Incomplete. Over the middle. Had 2 receivers there. Any one of them could have been an intended receiver.
Looked like he was going for Snell that time, and yeah, there were 3 white shirts around him.
Their routes aren't as crisp as they were in the first quarter, and the Tigers are a little physical on them too here.
So that will bring up 2nd and 10 as the clock has 5:19 and it stops on an incomplete pass.
DuPage 5 for 11 here in the quarter.
Same setup for the Dragons. Now they give to the up back. He takes off running, and he's going to be hit and tackled short of the first down at about the 28-yard line, I'd say, maybe 27.
And again, I believe it was either Nija or Mylan Woodard, one of the two. Smart thing, just stayed into the safety position. He could have attacked the ball carrier, maybe got shaken off of it, just waited, knew all he had to do was stop it and let everybody else get there, did the job.
So it is a first down. So the clock starts running again. 5:05 left in the game. Ball on about the 30. DuPage rolls out right, looks for a receiver on the sideline, and it's caught at about the 40-yard line by Truckamiller. So he got out of bounds, and it's another first down as the Dragons try to work the sideline. So a ball a little over the 40-yard line. Clock starts again, 4:53 left in the game. DuPage back looking over the middle, and he throws, and it's caught, and he's immediately wrapped up at about the 47-yard line. Once again, the catch is made by Rodemaker.
4 white shirts around Rodemaker again. He made a great catch, but they tackle him, and the clock keeps moving.
Boy, have they put some hits on again tonight, just like last week.
4:30 left in the game. Clock keeps moving. Ball on about the 49, almost a first down, about 2 yards shy. DuPage running for his life again. Now he dumps it, and it's incomplete, intended for Rodemaker. That's going to bring up...
Justin Lowry's hurt at the peak in 35. Now he's getting up. That's nice to see.
Looks like he's going to be all right.
So 3rd and 1 here.
Definitely 2 plays for a first down for him now with 4:19 to go in the ball midfield.
Chance they may run it here.
They do have a running back in the game. Now DuPage walks up under center, and he's going to try a sneak, and he's successful. That was rather ragged looking, but he got the first down.
And I guess you want to keep moving the clock, but boy, time is against him right now.
Well, they did get a first down, and that does stop the clock to give the change a chance to move. Now the clock begins again. 4:13 left in the game. DuPage back in the shotgun, ball inside Tiger territory. He looks to the right, airs it out. Up to Miller. He reaches it, and he's going to score. He got behind Griswold. A nice throw by DuPage, and Miller
We also roughed
it for a score.
We also roughed the passer there. Chris Link hit the quarterback way after he released it.
So
well, we're not done yet.
No, we're not done yet.
21-point lead. We roughed the kicker in the end zone. Would have sealed the deal. We've let it right back in it here. A lot of time left.
Yep, that's been the killer. The roughing the punter call back in the end zone started this drive for the Dragons. 42-27 right now, and they'll try to tack on the extra point. So it's a shootout here in Beacon. It's up.
Oh.
Almost blocked, but it goes through the uprights, and that makes it 42-28. These Dragons are only down by 14 now, with 3:59 left in the game.
So they'll onside kick it or do something to try to get the football back.
Yeah, they'll onside kick it here, as these Dragons have got themselves back in the game.
These last 10 minutes have taken forever.
Well, that's what happens when you have a team that's explosive and can throw the ball.
Yeah, when you have a passing game like that, you know, the clock
and when you make miscues,
quite often.
When you make miscues. Because we would have had it wrapped up probably inside their zone, inside the 50.
Yeah, the roughing the punter call has let the Dragons back in this game. Well, we have to expect the onside kick here again.
That last drive, 11 plays, 91 yards for Beacon in about 2.5 minutes.
I'll tell you, these Dragons are a fun team to watch. So we're about ready here as the Dragons will set up for an onside kick. They set it up the same way as last time. And now they boots punt it, and it's going to be caught.
Get outside, get outside.
He's going to run outside. He's got a little run in him if he gets a block. And he's still on his feet. And he's running down the sideline. He's going to be downed inside the 25-yard line as the Dragons decided to pooch punt it instead of onside. I don't know what they were thinking.
And they pooch punted, and everybody came to this near side and gave the Tigers a free lane out there with only 2 red shirts. That was odd.
Outstanding return by Davis, as he knew what to do with the ball when he got it.
Well, that just puts momentum back to the Tigers.
It sure does. A very strange call there on special teams play by Pekin. Now the Tigers have excellent field position. The ball on the 24-yard line. There's 3:51 left in this contest. Tigers up by 14.
Tigers now have Derek Jackson as the left tackle for Simpson.
Woodard has the ball, and he drives for a couple of yards as the clock keeps moving. 3:40 left in the game. It'll be about 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. Tigers taking their time here, letting valuable clock run off. As the clock is down to 3:25 and running. The Dragons have 2 timeouts left. High formation for the Tigers as they really stack the box. Everybody's in the box. Handoff is to Woodard. He somehow gets through and gets a couple of yards shy of the first down. It'll be about 3rd and 2.
Nicely blocked by Van Beek on that play, and now Beacon will take one of their 2 timeouts here.
So Beacon calls a timeout here with 3:02 left. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Tigers.
This is the time that burning that timeout very early in the 3rd quarter with the clock not even moving.
That's right.
Was a big waste of a timeout.
I thought so. 42-28 and quite a shootout here.
As we kind of expected, wasn't it?
Yeah,
this
I
is
expected
what we
a shootout.
expected.
Sure, I did.
You said maybe 42-21. Well, it's 42-28, and it still may end up being 21. And it's been a great ball game from both teams. It's been a great effort by the Tigers tonight. It really has.
Can I amend that? How about 49-28? That sounds pretty good, though.
You got that 21 gap working. That'll work.
Yeah.
There you
Speaking
go.
of 21 carries for Woodard, 202 yards.
But what a segue that was.
Oh,
Back-to-back weeks, too, over the
Outstanding.
200 yards. And we can also talk about his interception return for the touchdown.
And the catch.
And the
well,
catch.
yeah.
He's played a great game tonight, really has.
But this game is not over yet.
He's a fun player to watch, isn't he?
Oh, he
Yes,
definitely
he is.
is.
One of those joys to watch.
And the Tigers here can run out the next 3 minutes. We'll see him again next week.
Since we're breaking out stats, 2 catches, 48 yards for Woodard, too.
So Tigers at the line, 3rd and 3 here with 3:02 left in the contest. High formation for the Tigers. McLaughlin gets it to the up back, and that's Anthony.
That's Van Beek.
Van Beek, I'm sorry, Van Beek.
Close.
And a gutsy run. I think he got the first down.
It's going to be close. They'll measure.
They're going to measure.
First carry of the night for Van Beek.
They placed it just past the 15. I think he may have the first down.
They're going to.
Looks like it from the spot.
So the clock stops. Now another timeout here.
Short.
Actually, they're going to say it's short.
Yeah.
They're going to say it's short.
So they have no more left.
So the Dragons burn their remaining timeout. And there's 2:51 left in this game. So this is a big few inches here for the Tigers. How about McLaughlin on keeper?
I think so. Less than it looks like it's about a foot.
I don't know. I say give it to a running back. We've had some stops giving it to the keeper. I just think you keep doing what you're doing.
Tell you what, just get a play that gets a foot and a half.
That sounds good.
There you go.
You know,
I like yours thinking
you
even
go.
more, Steve.
Well, I
The
tell you,
play that gives them the first down. Yeah, and that'll pretty much do it if they do.
Yeah.
No timeouts left. Down 14.
but this
If they
Beacon
can pick it
Dragon
up.
team, you talk about a team that scares you to death. Wow.
Well, they definitely have got an offensive scheme that gives people fits.
They're so explosive. It's fun to watch.
Give the Tigers credit, give the defensive coordinator credit too for making some adjustments.
So,
Forced turnover.
Beacon season coming down to this play. 4th and short. Laughlin with the ball,
He's got it.
and he gives it to Woodard, and
That's
I
it.
believe he got the first down. So that's the first down the Tigers been looking for all night.
And all across the way on that far bleacher is all wearing orange and black now. The rest of that side that was red is gone. Get a shot of your Tiger fans right there that have made the journey supporting this Tiger team. Looks like they're going to make it to the quarterfinals after what looks like a very impressive win here.
Tigers come to the line. 1st and 10, 2:35 left in this game. The Dragons are out of timeouts. And Van Beek gets the ball, and he bowls his way down to the 6-yard line. The Tigers can get a first down if they can get it inside the 5.
Getting the sure hand fullback in there now, the power runner.
Yep. So the Dragons watch the clock tick away. Dragons came in here 9-1 on the season, an outstanding year for this superior aerial team. So the ball on about the 7-yard line. It's about 2nd and 3. Hand off to Van Beek
Oh,
again. He
fumbled.
Fumble. He was already down. He was down. And unbelievable. Nice. Number 7's going to run for a touchdown. Well, Van Beek was already down on the ground.
Take a knee.
Once again, Van Beek was on the ground, and they didn't.
Well, it's all in the onside kick. You're no doubt he was down. We haven't got a call tonight. There's no question.
You're not going to get a call
In
up
a
there.
situation like that, you can't reach for it. Yardage doesn't matter. It's the clock. It's going to be all in the onside kick here. Wow. Who would have thought being up 28 points now that it's 7?
It's unreal. Beacon's right back in this game. Yeah, Van Beek made a mistake there.
Wow. As well as they played this half and they've dominated this half to only be down or be up 7.
Unbelievable. A ballistic mistake there. So a big extra point through the hoop, and it's 42-35. I'll tell you what, we're going to catch our breath here, take a break. You're watching this run and shoot game right here on ECTV, Channel 10. Well, we're back, Tiger fans. Boy, what a game this turned out to be. The Tigers are only up 42-35. Let's see what the Dragons do here. They're getting ready to kick off to the Tigers. They got to try an onside kick. And here it comes.
They got it.
They got it back. They got it back. Rodemaker got it. Rodemaker got the ball back. The onside kick is successful.
Are you kidding me?
Dragons. And I can't believe it.
Unbelievable.
The Tigers were up 42-14. And it looked like the Dragons' season was over.
That one, you just knock out of bounds. Knock it out of bounds.
Unbelievable.
It's tough to say when you're in the ball game, but you got to just try to knock that one away.
That's right. You don't try to catch a ball like that when it's that close to the sideline. You just bat it out of bounds.
The defense are really got it up big time here.
Well, let's see what the Tigers are made of as DePace goes back to pass. He throws a long one, and it's going to be knocked down and broken up by Griswold.
Boy, Griswold in perfect position that time. He didn't let Truckenmiller get behind him.
So, in a wild and woolly affair, and I don't know if I can take much more of this game. The ball is on the 46-yard line, and it's 2nd and 10. The Dragons have no timeouts left. There's 1:28 left in the game, and this clock has run forever. Wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. DePage is back. Now he's going to run. Now he steps up, and he's going to throw long. He's hit the mark. You believe that? Unbelievable. It's caught by Dawson for the touchdown. I don't believe it. Unbelievable. This has to be one of the best comebacks I have ever seen in high school football. The Beacon Dragons down 42-14 here.
Good, don't count it.
Late in the third quarter have come back to make this a 42-41 game, and they're an extra point away from tying this up.
Wow, unbelievable. I can't believe what I've seen here.
I can't either. What an outstanding comeback. The point is up and it's good, and we are tied up 42-42. I can't believe it.
Are you kidding me? 2 miscues, a fumble, a misplay there, but it all started with the running into the kicker. Game would have been over. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. Tigers have to get it up for a minute 21. They have 3 timeouts left, but none of the momentum's all wearing a red shirt. It's going to be tough going here.
Well, the Tigers, once again, these Dragons are going to try an onside kick.
Well, that's a good question. You're at home. Do you play for, do you kick it deep against the wind and play for overtime? It's a good question here. We'll see, because if you get the onside kick and it doesn't come through, that gives Ederson an excellent field position. All he needs is a field goal to win a ball game. They can drive it down. I think if I'm Coach Pat, I may kick it deep and let my defense take care of things and go to overtime. We'll see what happens, though.
See what happens here. Tigers had to be prepared for anything. We are tied up 42-42, 1:21 left in this game. I just can't believe it. Unbelievable. It's something Walter Mitty couldn't make up. So here's the kick, and they do kick it deep. And it goes out of the end zone, and the Tigers will have the ball on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, with 1:21 left in the game, and the Tigers have all their timeouts remaining. Outstanding effort here and comeback by the Beacon Dragons. They came from oblivion. They were beat, and somehow they have come back to tie this game. Fans are absolutely going bonkers.
As they should.
They should,
But I guess
We had this one wrapped up so many times and have let them in it.
so here comes the Tigers to the line. 1st and 10. Coughlin Hands off to Woodard, and he is stuck right there at the line of scrimmage. Number 42 on the tackle, that was Sean Stowell. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Boy, you talk about momentum. Unbelievable. I've never seen nothing like it.
Well, I tell you, it looks like the Tigers may be playing for overtime here, too. Not really
Well, I guess.
moving with any urgency right now.
Tigers got to be shocked at this point. 2nd and 10. And the handoff. And he gets the ball to about the 26-yard line. That was Brewer.
We're going to play for overtime, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So the Tigers are content to let the clock run out, and we're going to go to overtime.
Can you believe this?
I can't believe it.
Shocked.
I am totally shocked.
Unbelievable.
What a comeback by these Dragons. Never say die. Beacon Dragons. Down 42-14, down by 28 points. They have come back to tie this game. They have capitalized on every Tiger mistake in this quarter. So the clock runs out. We're going to play overtime, fans. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and explain it. We're tied up here 42-42 on ECTV, Channel 10.
Back here at Beacon, Illinois, 42-14. All of a sudden, it's 42 all. We're going to overtime. And guys, this has been one of the weirdest and the most exciting fourth quarters. I guess if you're a Beacon fan, it's been very exciting. If you're an Edwardsville fan, it hasn't been too exciting to watch this lead slip away.
Well, every Tiger mistake that they've made in this quarter, Beacon has jumped on it monumentally and has capitalized, turned it into points. The Tigers, whereas they should have took a knee, just anything, they're trying to make yardage. They fumble the ball, then they score, plus roughing the punter call. And everything has turned against the Tigers, and Beacon has taken full advantage.
And it was silly. We were up the kicker, up 21 points. They were kicking from their own end zone. They eventually marched it down the field. We're up 14 points. 3rd down, I believe it was. Van Beek was reaching for extra yardage, spinning to do it. Just cover the football up there, go down. And, you know you're fighting, you're playing, you're working hard, but in a situation like that, you just got to keep the clock running, keep the football.
And the onside kick, they could have just knocked it out of bounds. Instead, they tried to go for it. So,
yeah. Well, it looks like we're going to get the football first.
Todd, explain how this overtime works. This ball starts on the what? The
Starts on the 10-yard line. You get 4 downs to score, or if on 4th down you want to kick a field goal, you can do that. Then the other team, they'll get their chance from 10 yards out.
So the Tigers actually will have the win at their back.
This is a situation, if you don't score a touchdown, do you go for a field goal on 4th down and give a high-powered team a chance? Those are the decisions coaches have to make.
So
Tough ones, too.
So the Tigers will take over 1st and goal at their 10. McLaughlin in the eye with Brooks to the right, Parrott to the left. Give to Woodard off the left side, turning his way, gets down inside to about the 5-yard line. So gain of 5 on 1st down by Mylan Woodard.
Well, guys, I'm still in shock.
I am too. I'm completely just baffled by what I've seen here tonight. It would be just completely awesome for the Tigers to end up pulling it out, but it's going to be tough.
2nd and goal, ball just outside the 5-yard line. Again in the eye, Parrott goes right. Brooks to the left. McLaughlin, play action fake, wants to throw, rolls out, got a man, complete touchdown, Reggie Anthony!
Now, do you go for 2 or do you kick the extra point? They've had a lot of outside rush from it. They've blocked 1, but it went through. We've made one good adjustment on taking that guy away, slanting to it, but here's the decision time. They're bringing Enlow in.
I'm glad I'm not the head coach here, but they're going to go for the 1 as Enlow comes into the ball game. And so they score.
What surprised me when if Beacon scores is they go for 2. If we make this.
It'll be awful gutsy.
So McLaughlin with a 6-yard pass to Anthony puts them up by 6.
Big extra point.
The left footer knocks it through. And we got a 49-42 game. Now Beacon will get the ball at the 10-yard line at the other end of the field.
Well, it's
I believe
tough going.
They'll stay. I guess they're going to stay at this end of the field.
Yeah. It'd be great to get a turnover here.
Well, they've gotten 4 from tonight. Let's see if they can make it number 5.
Offense did their job. Now it's the defense's turn. Yeah.
Well, we've got to bump them receivers at the line.
We do, and we got to watch for the little rollout and the throw to the corner of the end zone, close to the ground.
So the Tigers now with a 7-point lead, but now the defense has their job to try to hold this Dragon offense on 4 down.
And we're going with 4 down linemen here.
This time DuPage comes under center. 4 receivers. Actually, there's a tight end in the game as well. They have 3 receivers here on 1st and goal. Page looks it over, gives it to Jordan, and he gets nothing. He lost a couple yards as Van Beek and Jackson come in and make the stop. So they try to
wrinkle there. It didn't quite work, did it?
So now it's 2nd and goal from the 11. And again, with this kind of offense, you know, if it's 2nd and goal from the 10 or the 11, it doesn't really matter a whole lot.
Doesn't matter at all.
It's like an incomplete pass to them.
You can tell we're used to defending a running team. Now back to their normal.
Down the gun, 3 to the left, 2 to the, 1 to the right. There's a tight end for protection. DuPage rolls left. Is going to try to throw it. He's got a man in the corner of the end zone.
Nope.
He's out of bounds. He is out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Oh, he just missed it.
He was open there.
Don't know if it hit the ground or if he was out of bounds. Like to see that again. Thought he had it.
So it's 3rd down and goal.
I did too. I thought he had it.
Yeah, his decision was right away that he didn't have it. So 2 downs for the season. And he'll be throwing for the end zone both times.
Oh, yeah.
The Tigers have held on the first 2 plays. Can they hold on this one? This time they had 4 receivers. Real wide splits with the tackles. Here comes the blitz. He throws it. It's knocked away.
Here we go.
Complete. Anthony knocked it away, and DuPage is still on the ground.
He's hurt. His hand.
Boy, they brought the inside blitz that time.
What a great job the line and linebackers have done.
And this is it right here. 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
Yeah. Another one of those ifs. If only. It almost was picked on that play there. I don't want to watch here.
I can't stand it.
Take us through, Steve.
And actually, Beacon's going to take a timeout.
Oh.
That was right in the hands of a white jersey.
Yes, it was.
It almost got deflected in the air where I was afraid it was going to come down to them.
What a game.
So 4th down and goal.
You will never see a more
No.
nail-biting, gut-wrenching game as long as you watch Breath football.
There was a 6 overtime game this year up north early on in the season. St. Rita was involved in a 7A game. Can't remember who they played, but Rita won in 6 overtimes.
Wow.
It was high scoring just like this one.
Wow.
Well, I tell you, we have seen everything here tonight. We've seen interception returns. We've seen fumble returns for touchdowns. We've seen onside kicks successfully done.
I guess. We've seen everything but a stolen base.
Well, we might even see that before this night's over. My goodness.
What do you think? They're going to throw that same play they ran on, was it 2nd
I think
down?
Clausen, I think he could throw a fake pattern to Rodemaker in the corner of the end zone. He's your best player.
A fake?
I
I throw it like they're 2nd down. Close to the ground. There's wide open. Here we go.
Hey.
We got 3 out there on Rodemaker.
For all you fans with bad hearts, don't watch.
4th and goal. This is it right here. They need to score to keep it going. The Tigers hold, they win. In motion, there Rodemaker's all by himself to the left with double coverage. DuPage rolls right. He's going to try to throw it. A crossover. Go down! Go down! It's over! The Tigers win! The Tigers win! 49-42!
Ball game's over either way.
What a game!
But what a gutsy effort tonight. I mean, we've had so many missed opportunities. Stupid plays that we've made, but we came through. What a great effort. Much deserved. Reggie Anthony.
And they're mobbing Anthony in the end zone. Again, the final in overtime. time. Edwardsville 49, Beacon 42. Let's take a break. We'll wrap this thing up. You're watching Tiger Football on ECTV Channel 10.
Oh, darn. I didn't give him a chance in over.